there, so I went live. So, okay, so I'm gonna turn this like this. Sorry about that. Just wondering who's out there. What's going on here now? There we go. Just getting my laptop ready again, sort of thing. Someone's watching. Who are you? One of the silent ones? That's okay. No worries. Why does it say the laptop says it's waiting for me? I don't know why it's waiting for me. It's there we go. It's having its own issues. I only use it to keep up with the comments anyway. Otherwise, I don't need it. Oh, there's two people there. Nobody's talking. Only me. There we go. Laptop's ready, more or less. It's oh, there you go. Hey, Carl, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? I figured you'd be one of the two there. Oh, laptops. Okay, there we go. How's it going today, Carl? Mamma mia, how you doing? How you doing? Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. I forgot. Completely forgot. Today I did. I knew it was right up to Dawn. Dawn. Hello, you're new around here, I think, aren't you? New viewer, new subscriber. Hello, how are you doing? If you don't mind me asking, let us know where you're from and how the weather is. Just adjusting everything here. So basically, I'll just show you around a bit. We're out at the Visitor Information Center at in Karameas here. Really nice. It's like when I first got here. Yeah, Carl, I'm okay too, thanks. But yeah, when I first got here, it was, hovering anywhere up to about 26 degrees. Not bad at all. And then one day it just suddenly shot right up to, first it was 28, and then the next day it was 33 degrees. I think that was last Friday. 33 degrees, and it's like it's hovering around 28 to 35 right now, off and on every day now. And we're only halfway through May. So we got June, July, and August coming in. July and August, the hottest 2 months. And we're already in the summer weather right now. It's crazy. So I'm sitting in the shade at this picnic table at the visitor center. I got the girls in the truck. I had them running around and everything. I had to put them in the truck because I didn't want to put them on a leash because they get wrapped themselves up around here. And me trying to unravel them and unwrap them. Hey, Billy, how's it going, buddy? How are you doing today, bud? They'd get tangled up, and then I wouldn't be able to do my show and talk to you guys because I'm untying my dogs and everything. But on top of that, the worst problem is people show up. They love people. They go up, and they just run away, run to them and go play, and they ignore me, play with the people. But if they see dogs, then they just run at them, bark and attack, and so I had to actually put them in a truck. So maybe sometime maybe we'll go over and look at them or something like that, because I know you gotta have a peek at the girls and hugs and kisses for the girls once in a while. So we'll probably do that along here. Don't know how long we're going to be here today, but we'll see. Yeah. So just like check. Oh, you know what I need to do? I don't know if I can do that. I want to try, and it's really weird because I do my live and then once it's done, then I go back and click the monetization thing. It doesn't go on automatically, so I have to go and turn it on after it's over, which is kind of counterproductive because if I'm not monetized during the show, it's weird. But anyway, I was going to try and actually monetize it right now as we're speaking, but it doesn't seem to want to let me do that on the laptop. It's a lot easier to do it on the phone, way easier to do it on the phone, but I can't actually do that without turning you off and then turning you back on again. Technology is weird, eh? You're working on cell phone issues, eh? Yeah. Technology is great until it doesn't want to work. They call them smartphones, but I think they're pretty stupid. Yeah, they have the weirdest simplistic issues that shouldn't even happen. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, again, happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Awesome. You know, like, how long have I been here now? This is my second live here. Yeah. Wow. I thought it was a week. It's been over a week. It's been, okay, so Tuesday to Sunday and Sunday. Virtually 2 weeks, I guess, give or take. 2 weeks, and man, flies by. But man, you know, when I got up here, like I knew I was kind of miserable and frustrated and all that kind of stuff, being on the island and being stuck and being held back from all the things I wanted to do, you know, because of circumstance and stuff like that, and finances, all that kind of stuff, whatever. I knew I was, but it wasn't until I actually got here and just the very first day I showed up, I was starting to feel the relaxation just coming over me completely. And then the next day I got up and I looked out there and I saw the beautiful sunrise and everything, and it's just fantastic, and I'm just loving it here. It's yeah, and being here, I realized that you know, this is where I've wanted to be for a very, very long time. Now, the interesting thing about this is that, okay, I left the island, and we're like on the first leg of the journey, second leg, and the third leg. We're like on the, it's sort of like the final leg of the journey. I'm here. This is my destination, but this is only the first destination. This is just the first stop. This is, in a sense, it kind of a bit of a home base, somewhere to scope out from, kind of deal. Oh, thanks, Billy. Yeah. I feel a lot better. I feel way better. But yeah, the journey, even though like we came to this destination, we made it from the island to here. That's not the final destination. The journey is just beginning. We got a lot of places to check out and see and everything like that. Hey, Deborah, how's it going today? Good afternoon. Happy Mother's Day. I got something on my lens here. Oh, it's a bug. It's a bug on my lens. Anyway, yeah, this is there's actually the journey that I really want to take is going to be coming up down the road. I don't know when. Everything's going to be one day at a time, and you know, just I'm basically just relax and enjoy, and that's what I've been doing. I've been really just lying around, relaxing, enjoying. I got videos coming up for you guys on Tuesday and then the following Friday, and you know, I'm getting ahead of the game on the video, so it's giving me a chance to just relax, and this is why I came here. I just want to relax. I just feel so wonderful just being here and off the island. It's not about the island. I don't dislike the island. It's just that I wanted to get away from there for a long, long time, and come out here where I've wanted to come back here for a very, very long time. But my ultimate goal is into the Caribou, all through the Caribou. That's my ultimate goal, because that's I mean, this is partly my younger, very, very young stomping grounds in a sense. We came through all this this area when I was very young. But the area I remember the most, and went through a lot more than this area, was up, you know, anywhere from Hope up through the Caribou and right up to Smithers, Prince George, Smithers, and beyond, kind of thing, and all that general area. And that's the plan, is Joy, gotta read this. Are my friends that I trout fished with, oh, you mean at Spider Lake, those guys, are they doing okay? Oh yeah, the one guy, he's from Alberta, and yeah, I just talked to him 2 days ago, I guess. We communicate at least once a week and stuff, and yeah, he's doing okay. His wife's okay. Yeah, doing good. He actually had some improvements. He sold his truck he had and got something better and everything like that. And it actually was, I guess, in a way, financially beneficial to him. You know, when you sometimes sell a vehicle and get another one, it costs you more. But he did well on it. Anyway, he's doing good. And as far as I understand, all the other guys, they actually lived on the island there, the other guys I fished with. And apparently they're all doing good too. But yeah, I'm sure that's who you're talking about. Because I don't remember fishing with anyone except at Spider Lake, kind of thing, for the trout. But since you're asking, Carl, about the fishing, that's coming up too. I haven't even got there yet. I've just been relaxing, sitting back, enjoying. I've had some kind of minor issues with the truck. I'll get into that later, but um, so I gotta, that was a hard journey for the truck and everything like that. Coming over here, like climbing a mountain and everything, hard journey, and that truck. I guess it was needing some love and attention and TLC and stuff. Before I left, kind of thing, and now it's going to need some more, and we're going to work on that sort of stuff. But yeah, fishing and canoeing are great fun, Deborah. You got that. You hit the nail on the head. It's one of my favorite things. Other than mushrooming and fishing are two of my favorite things. Like after that, not a lot matters. It's just regular stuff. Anyway, just being silly. I hope you guys can hear me well enough right now because I am outside. There's a good strong breeze going. It's really windy up here now that I mentioned it too. He hasn't showed up today yet, but what's his name? Backwoods Canada something or other. Backwoods Canada. He's changed his channel name or his handle, whatever, a couple times. So anyway, he was mentioning he's been in all through this area and he's given me hints and tips in the comments and stuff like that. But one of the comments he made on when I first got to Caramis here, hey John, how's it going? Happy Mother's Day. I hope everyone's great in your neck of the woods. Glad you can make it, John. Glad you can make it. I would have thought you were really busy today because Mother's Day, you got a huge family, and I'm sure you got a house full of people. But thanks for showing up. That's cool, man. Cool. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh my God, I lose my train of thought here. That's weird. Oh yeah. So anyway, because of everything going on, I'm driving around and scoping out and what are the words I'm looking for? Scoping out my area to know what's here and what's there before I go and kind of do anything. Like this area, I was 12 years old when I last came through here, so that was 57 years ago, I guess. And excuse me. All those problems from the Crohn's and everything. Ooh. Get that? Wow. Anyway, yeah, I'm dying to go up. There's a couple of lakes I want to go up there. Oh, right. I mentioned Gallagher Lake. That was the one my friend told me about. Well, he was actually mistaken. He got the lake names wrong. He was thinking of a different lake. Anyway, so I went up and I scoped out Gallagher Lake. And yeah, apparently they got trout in there. They've got largemouth bass, smallmouth bass. They got yellow perch and some other fish that I don't even know if I've heard of before. I can't remember the names of them. I have to look them up. But anyway, apparently they got that in there. But it's a very small. It's almost a pond. That's how small it's small of a lake it is. Probably just a large pond in a way. But there's everything around the lake is private property. They've got the Gallagher Lake resort there, all camping and RV and stuff like that. Then they got two private properties, home properties there. And then on the other side, it's all native land, First Nations. And so the only way for me to put my canoe in the water and go fishing there is I have to rent a campsite there. And like private campsites are more expensive than the provincial campsites and stuff like that, and some of the other actually private campsites like First Nations and stuff, they're cheaper. But anyway, it would cost me like over $40 a night just to go and put my canoe in the water there and get some fish. But anyway, point is, my friend got the names of the lakes wrong. He was actually referring to Vaso Lake, and Vaso is quite a large lake. I went up and I scoped out Vaso Lake. Beautiful. I can't wait to drop my canoe in there. Although Vaso Lake and the next one I'm going to talk about, you don't need a boat or a canoe. You can actually fish right offshore and be fairly successful. They do have public little docks that have been there for a long, long time, and people stand on these little docks just offshore and they fish right off them. I've watched a couple of videos of local people fishing in these lakes, and most of it was rainbow trout. I didn't see anyone catching any bass or yellow perch or anything. It's most Yeah, Deborah, that is a lot for a campsite. Yeah, for just like parking overnight kind of thing. It is in my impression. There's a lot of the other ones. Provincial campgrounds generally average anywhere from $18 a night to $23 a night on average. Some might be 25 a night at the outside, but the average is 18 to 23, which isn't actually too bad, especially in the summertime. But oh yeah, you haven't seen the video yet. I keep thinking I build videos and I don't remember which one's actually out there and which ones are slated to come out. So anyway, I'm going to show you a bunch of campsites around here coming up. Beautiful places, but at this time of year, people reserve them, and so you go down them and you say, "Oh, I like that campsite or that campsite," and you look at the post and they're reserved. But in the meantime, you can rent the site out for 1 or 2 nights. Some of them are only one night, some are 2 nights. But for me to drive my little tiny house all the way down there, like we're talking 50 kilometers, just to stay for 1 or 2 nights, it's a waste of fuel and time, and it's it's going to be more wear and tear on the truck and everything. It's not really worth it. And I'm fine where I'm sitting, like across the street from the gas station of all places. It almost reminds me of being in Whiskey Creek to some degree. But at the gas station there, everyone knows my friend. Everyone there knows me now, and they know to watch the little house if my truck's not there. My truck is the only one to haul that thing away, so they're watching over. It's a good place, and also they got laundry there. They got a car wash, like power washers. They got a dog washing thing there, which I won't use because I can just take them to the lake and let them go swimming. But they got water there. They got practically everything I need except the groceries, the real groceries, which is 2 minutes down the road at Bilo. So yeah, they got so much at that gas station. And automotive propane. So pretty much everything I kind of need. So it's good, and the fact that it's a lot safer there. I can unhook it, leave it there. It's a lot safer there than in other places. I got some places coming up. I can't really spill the beans on it yet because I'd like you to see it in the video kind of thing. But beautiful places I could stop and camp out for free, like along the river or something like that, or near a lake or whatever. But the thing is, it's not a really good plan to unhook my tiny house and let's say go into town to go grocery shopping or sightseeing or anything, and then go back a few hours later, because just like anywhere you go in the world now, there's bad apples out there. And if you leave anything lying around unattended for any length of time, especially when it's in a secluded area, no one can see it other than whoever comes by. They could break in and steal stuff or do whatever. They could burn it, and I'm not saying that it's going to happen and there's bad people here, but if you don't take the chance, it won't happen. So that's my philosophy. Like, why take the chance? Like, it's when I leave my little house and stuff like that. Someone's having a birthday over here. Yeah, they got an old guy in a wheelchair. I don't know how old he is. He could be in his 80s or something, or maybe more. I don't know, but that's nice. The family's giving him a little outdoor picnic birthday, and that's really cool. Anyway, I lose my train of thought. I talk about something else. But anyway, yeah, it's you just got to be careful where you want to unhook and leave it. Like if I go to any campground, doesn't matter whether it's the First Nations campgrounds or the provincial park campgrounds or any private one. I can unhook them there and drive away for all day long, come back when it's dark out, and generally it's going to be fine. In those places, there's people watching. They know who belongs to what unit, and if they see other people trying to do something to those units or whatever, they'll walk over and check it out. So yeah, those are safer. But then I have to pay for every night I'm staying there, which I want to try and avoid for now. I mean, I don't mind doing that once in a while, but like I was saying though, with the situation with you know, everything's reserved and you can barely get a night or two. It's not necessarily worth driving to these campgrounds, spending one night and then packing up the next day and going to another one and doing that for 1 or 2 nights and that sort of thing. So that's but there's so many places I can park. Right now I'm in the sun. It's amazingly warm out here. I'm not complaining at all because, you know, it's warm. Even on Vancouver Island, it gets pretty warm in the summer and that. But you know, so it's just something you expect. But we're in May, and we're not barely halfway through May, and it's hotter than I would expect for this time of year, even here. But that's the only thing drawback about sitting out there is in the direct sunlight. But the thing is I put sort of curtains, block out curtains sort of up towards my windows so the sunshine can't come in. It gets reflected out, and all my windows, all 4 of my windows were open. And with the breeze around here, it's almost never not breezy here. I've had one day since I've been here that there was no breeze whatsoever, and it can be fairly windy as well. It's windy. Speaking of where I started to talk about this a while ago, and I lost my train of thought there, but interesting. That was it. I was talking about I'm still trying to remember the channel name, Backwoods Canada, something. I don't know. A subscriber that is in BC and talks to me about all these places that I've been before and they've been, and it's really cool conversation. Anyway, what he said was, and I didn't know this at all, but the word Karameus is a native word, and the word actually means where the winds meet. And I guess the winds come in from all directions and then meet here, which really makes sense because it's blowing in different directions a lot. And it's very windy. It's very well known for being windy here, and I guess that's a perfect name for it, where the winds meet. I thought that was really cool. Thanks, Backwoods Canada. That's all I can remember of your handle. Maybe it'll show up soon, but you got that right, Carl. Only stay where you're comfortable and safe. Yeah, or feel comfortable and safe. That's it. And there definitely is a lot of crazy people out there these days, all over the world. It's actually nuts. But yeah, no, I want to keep my eye on things, keep it safe, and that. But anyway, back to the thing I was talking about for the fishing and that. I can't wait to get up there to those lakes. It's so windy in this area. Having that little canoe. The one issue with that canoe is that the wind grabs it and just blows it, and I can't even paddle hard enough to counteract the wind if it's strong enough in that canoe. It's a very lightweight aluminum canoe, and it almost acts like a sail. And I don't really feel like checking out that little electric motor I got and everything and trying putting that together. I haven't made a bracket for it yet, and it doesn't matter, but I'll probably throw the canoe out there and try it and see. But the thing is I don't necessarily have to. I don't know if you can hear my dogs barking. They're in the truck. People go by, they bark. Anyway, you know, I'm going to go up there and at least guaranteed fish offshore, off the dock and everything like that, see what I can catch. And I know people are catching it. But I can't wait to try those bass lures that you made and gave to me there, Carl. Just can't wait to try those out because I've never caught any bass. Well, actually, I caught one bass in my whole life, but it was fishing with a worm, and we were fishing for trout down in, what was that, Prospect Lake, just outside of Victoria. Anyway, you can hear the pup say, yeah, cool. But yeah, and that was an accidental. We were fishing for trout, and I got the one bass. It was nice. It was a smallmouth bass, but I've never tried using a bass lure to catch bass. So, and specifically fit. So I'm gonna probably toss a line out there with a bobber and a worm on it, and let that sit. See what happens while I'm actually casting out with those bass lures, Carl, and seeing if I can snag some bass. That'll be really cool. Really cool. Looking forward to it. But In the meantime, no, oh my God. Obviously, like Billy just said a little while ago, I look like I'm really happy and comfortable and doing well and everything. And you have no idea. I just feel a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, and I just feel fantastic for being here. It's like, yeah, it's just like finally I'm here. This is what I've wanted to do for 25 years. Well, maybe not that long, but for a very long time. And I don't know. I just every day I get up and I just feel great. I just feel fantastic. I feel wonderful. I look at the scenery around me and I thank God that I got to come here. I just feel at peace. I feel relaxed. I feel like I've finally done it. I finally made it. And also while being on the island, I cleared up a lot of shit that was going on in my life. It started 35 years ago, but the last 25 years were the worst of it. And I cleared a bunch of shit up, and that's when I left the island. I got one thing I'm waiting for, but it's all in the works. I'm just waiting for it. That'll be the last of all the stuff, but that's coming. It's not a big deal. But everything else has been taken care of. Thanks, Deborah. Yeah, I'm happy for me too. But yeah, it's just a wonderful relief. I just feel fantastic over here. Like it's almost with my feelings and everything. It's almost like day and night. I was and it's nothing to do, like I say, with Vancouver Island. It's a beautiful place and all that. It's just that when you're stuck anywhere and you want to kind of move around or move on or do, whatever, and you can't, it gets frustrating. But I was very miserable, depressed, upset, somewhat angry in a sense. Just being over there, and I was miserable a lot, even though you probably didn't see it, and I didn't show it on in my videos and on camera and stuff because just because. But yeah, but I mean, you figure 25 years, right, or even 20 years, that's a long time to wait. But no, the feeling I have now is just amazing. It's just 100% opposite to what I was feeling over there. I just feel so great. Yeah, Carl, that's good tip. Yeah, that's exactly what I figured I'd do. Just throw it out there, and then just as I'm slowly bringing it in, just kind of make it hop 3 or 4 times or something, and then let it sit and stop for a minute, and make it hop again, and just slowly bring it in, kind of like that's what I figured. I have actually watched videos and different things on other people catching bass and how they work their lures and stuff, and that's kind of how I figured. So thanks for confirming that I was on the right track. Anyway, yeah, I can't wait to check that out, man. I really can't, and I can't wait to just go and check everything out I want to, because there's thousands and thousands of things that I want to see that I haven't seen, and all the things I want to see again that I remember from all my youth and that. And it's just, I can spend years making videos of BC, just probably years of it, and it's going to be great. But I'm really enjoying that, just all this. I feel this big relief, and I feel relaxed and comfortable, and just wow, I just feel great, and I want to thoroughly enjoy that for as long as I can. So I went out and made 4 videos in the first week I got here. They're stacked. Excuse me. I'm getting them stacked up. But now that those are sitting there, I'm in no hurry to go out and do anything until I have to. And I just get up in the morning and I look at the surrounding scenery here, the sun shining, a nice breeze going, it's warm, it's comfortable, and I get my dogs all hooked up with their harnesses, and we go out for a walk down the trail, all through the orchard there, right down the middle of the orchard and back there. Hey, Samantha Williams, hey, good to see you on the live here. Yeah, you've been in and out on my other videos there because of circumstance where you live and all. And you're really busy, I know, with your life and all that. And you pop in once in a while. But no, it's good to see you on the live here, Samantha. Glad. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, that's basically what I was saying there, Samantha. Same thing. Yeah, I know that's cool. And but thank you for. If I look like I'm feeling really good and healthy and all that, I feel it. I don't necessarily feel healthy because I got the Crohn's disease and all the issues just won't go away. They're still there, but my my psyche, my emotions, everything just way better than when I was on the island. Yeah, and sorry, just checking my comments, but yeah, I if I look healthy and happy, it's because I feel it. I feel it, and you know, even though my Crohn's, all my conditions, whatever they are, fibromyalgia, whatever, everything, osteo or arthritis, I don't know what else I got. Um, um, you know, when you're in a really good frame of mind, you're really happy and just feeling as wonderful as I am being here. Um, you know, it really seems to have an effect on your medical condition. You know, your medical condition doesn't bother you as much. It's still there. It's still nagging. But I think because of your change in your attitude, if you got a really tearful attitude, you know, it's almost easier to almost ignore it. You know what I mean? And, I mean, every once in a while, I stop. Oh yeah. Oh. You know, I get the, and then and when stuff comes on like cramps and all that kind of stuff, you know, you notice it. But yeah, it's. I think having a happier outlook on things, better psychology in your outlook, and that really can not necessarily control your health situation or anything, but it makes you be able to deal with it a lot easier. I'm convinced in that, and that's what it feels like. Yeah, yeah. Good mental health is way better. Yeah, but my legs are doing great, Samantha. I heal. I've been. I mean, you can still see the marks on my legs and that, especially down at my ankles where my socks stopped. There's a line around there. You can still see the color discoloration and stuff like that, but they're actually doing really good, really good. I didn't even wear those compression socks for the full year. I think it was about 8 months or 8.5 months, and I finally just they're just so much trouble in a way, like you know, putting them on, taking them off, dealing with it. And so I kind of stopped doing that, but I continued with putting the castor oil on them, and castor oil is amazing stuff. And but even before I left the hospital, the nurses, every single one of the nurses, doctors, whoever came by, said they were pretty much almost amazed at how quickly and well I was healing, which was great. And yeah, it just continues. So my legs are doing great, absolutely great. But thanks for asking, and um, yeah, I'm so stoked about that. Um, um, and it, you know, I even think about every time I think about it, it crosses my mind. You know, I think just and I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in coincidences, but we always say how lucky we are, right? And we just automatically say that, but it's not about luck. I was blessed. I got, you know, um, it doesn't matter how you look at that situation, um, in any way, shape, or form. It could never have been any better, but it could be in a lot worse, and it could have been. I could have lost my life and my dog's life, whatever. But I think all in all, for having the explosion and the flash fire and getting burned like that, I ended up with the best case scenario in that every which way you look at it, it would have been worse, like and way worse. So, yeah, I always say I got very lucky, but I didn't. I got blessed. I was blessed. There's no such thing as luck and no such thing as coincidences. So I just had to put that out there too. Yes, Samantha, dealing with daily pain sucks big time. I don't know how I've made it this far with, you know, it's just amazing. But um, you not only have to do it, like I manage it with a lot of medications and stuff, and it it helps quite a bit, but it doesn't take care of everything. Like there's some things that just the medications just can't change, and it's annoying and everything. But uh, what was I trying to say? Something about I think a lot of it is just perseverance and telling yourself, you know, like you just got to get up and keep moving on. And I watch a lot of videos about stuff like that, you know, and listen to other people, talk to other people, and get insight, and it helps boost me, you know, keep my thoughts boosted up to, yeah, you know, you got to keep moving, you got to stay strong, you got to go, you know, you can't just lay down and die, sort of thing. But yeah, but oh, that's good. Yeah, you know what? Castor oil, Samantha, is extremely good for you. Not just your skin and everything else, but your hair. Apparently, it'll help you grow your hair. My hair should actually be a lot more gray right now. I actually haven't, since I've been here, I did the castor oil on my hair once, and I haven't actually done that for months and months. It was just circumstance. I just didn't get around to it. And, but since I have been doing it as sort of little as I have over the last couple of years, my hair should be almost pure gray, and it's you know, there's only a little bit of gray there, and it was actually grayer than it is now when I first started using the castor oil, and the color actually came back. And I swear to God, I've got a bald patch right up here, pretty noticeable. It was like this big when I was, you know, like 30 years old or something. And then as I got older, it just got bigger. But anyway, I swear that there's hair growing back on that patch too. Maybe not quickly enough, but castor oil is amazing stuff. I mean, hey Cheryl, how's it going? Happy Mother's Day and all. Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you for the compliments and that. But I feel very rested. I still don't sleep very good because of my Crohn's and medical conditions, but I feel a lot more rested because I'm here where I wanted to be, where I finally got to where I wanted to be. It's actually oh, you made a mistake on your message there, eh, Carl? That happens. Anyway, I know I've mentioned this quite a few times now, but castor oil, okay, it's called Pomada Christi. Pomada Christi means the hands of Christ. And guess who named it that? The Romans named it Pomada Christi. So if the Romans named it the hands of Christ, it must actually do some good, right? The Romans went around naming everything at one time, absolutely everything. Everything's in Latin. And they give certain plants like Artemis absinthe. It's named after the god Artemis, right? Because it's a special plant. And anything that was that special had a special name to it. Generally it was a god's name that was applied to it. But in this case, they called it the hands of Christ. And that says a lot right there. So if the Romans named it the hands of Christ, it must be almost miraculous stuff. And I've used it a lot too. And it's absolutely wonderful for the skin. It's great for the hair. I'm trying to think of other things there, but the one cool thing about it is it's quite a thick oil. And when you first, like, I put it on my hands and I rub it, like, say, on my skin and that, it seems thick and oily, and it's like, ooh, this is gonna, you know how you get greasy hands and you can't get it off, you gotta wash them with soap. Well, this stuff, it's really interesting stuff because I wipe it on and then I just wipe my hands together, and maybe I'll take just a rag and just do that with the rag on my hands. And the stuff really absorbs in really well, and your hands just, they don't feel oily. They feel nice. You tell they've been oiled, but they don't have that oily, greasy, leftover feeling. It's really cool. It absorbs and it blends with your skin and everything. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. But yeah, if you want to try it for any condition, I would advise it. And I even put it when I cut myself or get sores or anything. I put that stuff on, and like it heals quickly. It heals quickly. Oh, your doctor gave you some pain medicine. You're worried about taking it? Yeah, I always, if I don't already know it from my background, from way back, I research everything, and if I don't, there's a lot of things I won't take. I won't take Lipitor. Lipitor apparently can hurt your liver, and it's like, well, why are you asking me to take Lipitor? I had a liver disease I went through chemotherapy for the liver disease. They healed my liver, and it's functional now. So why would you want to give me something that's going to harm it? And there's not a lot of proof that Lipitor actually does what it's supposed to. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to put down some product or anything, but that's just my research and everything. But anyway, sorry. Anyway, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but I would be curious to know what that pain medication is called, what they're given to you, and I would probably know whether you should or shouldn't. Yeah, that's right, Samantha. With that castor oil, a very little goes a very long way. It spreads and spreads and spreads. I noticed that when I first started putting it on my burned legs in the hospital. Well, actually, no, I didn't do it in the hospital. I was using all that other petroleum jelly and stuff. But anyway, yeah, the first time I got and I put the castor oil on the legs, I realized how far it would spread. Because, like, we're talking right from my ankles, right, basically almost up to my butt. Well, actually, I was burned on my butt as well, but that healed up real quick. It wasn't as bad. But anyway, it spreads quite a bit, which is great. Yeah, Cheryl, I'm still at the same place, just parked across from the gas station. Everything's convenient there. I got automotive propane, I got water, I got laundry, I got a car wash, I got everything in there I need except, let's say, a proper grocery store, which is only 2 minutes down the road by low. So, it's very convenient. The only issue is that it's right out in the sun. At times it can be warm, but I've managed to control that. And the good thing about being windy here, which sometimes I get frustrated with the wind, but the good thing about that is when I kind of block the sun from coming in the windows, the wind blows right through the thing and cools it, keeps it at a reasonable temperature. I step outside there when I'm lying there, and it's just like the heat just bang smacks you, and then I go back in the house and it's it's comfy. I know, Deborah, isn't that crazy? Okay, Carl, there's nothing wrong with that, Carl. Absolutely nothing, as long as it's just pure. That is the best product. I'm going to tell you about this here. Okay. There's a lot of crap out there, and I've been doing this for a long time. But okay, the story on this one you're talking about, I'm not going to bring it up because it might cause issues with the what do you call it? With the what am I trying to say? You can't talk about certain things right up and they block you. You can't be monetized, all that stuff. No, I understand that, Carl. Exactly the same thing. I don't want to cover up the pain. I want it to be gone. But the thing is like, okay, I got the Crohn's. It's been going on for years. They're not fixing it. They actually have to go in and surgically fix it. At this point, it's been like that for a long time. Algorithm and stuff. That's what I was talking about. Algorithm, but also they'll demonetize you or not let you monetize this particular video to it or something like that. But anyway, yeah, trust me, man. If you're in constant pain for years and years, and the only way to fix it is either surgery or some other form of dealing with it, and you're suffering in the pain, I don't take them all the time. I only take them when I'm really that bad. But the thing is, okay, I'm going to tell you the story. Okay, back in World War II, the Germans had to find a way to fight the Russians and get through that brutal winter in Russia and everything like that. So you know how Hitler and all his cronies and everything, they're all drug addicts, man. All drug addicts. His doctor was a maniac. Anyway, in order to combat, to push through all that cold and that and go attack the Russians and stuff, all the German troops were given pharmaceutical crystal meth. Not the crap you got today. That crap you got today is garbage. It's not the real thing like it was in the 60s. But anyway, they had pharmaceutical crystal meth, which is reasonable product. But they took that and they came in a roll like lifesavers or something. They could just pop them as many as they wanted, right? Um, and the Russians and the Americans and everyone was going, how the hell are these Germans powering through this freezing cold weather in Russia and all that? It was because crystal meth. It just powers you, right? But the only thing is with crystal meth, even the good pharmaceutical stuff, there's a wall you hit. After taking it for a certain length of time, you just crash, and you have no choice. Your body just shuts down. You crash, and you gotta kind of stop taking it for a while. Now, in order to combat the situation with the Germans taking crystal meth and fighting a better war, a better battle, um, the Americans thought, we have to come up with something. We have to come up with something to fight this. And guess what they came up with? They came up with oxycodone. And this is, you can go on the History Channel. This is 100% public knowledge now. The History Channel has put out a program on it and detailed every aspect of this. I'm not telling you a lie. This is exactly what I've seen on television from the source, right? So they came up with oxycodone. It's the purest pharmaceutical thing in the world. It is the cleanest pharmaceutical in the world. I guarantee that. I mean, I've researched this for mega years and that. So the way okay, there's a lot of reasons why the United States or the West, I guess, won the Second World War. You can say it's so many things, including Alan Turing, who broke the enigmatic code, the German code, and broke their code and could read their messages and stuff. Alan Turing, basically, in a nutshell, he was the one that won the war for us because he broke that code and he got the German secrets, and then they could find out where they're going. I mean, in a nutshell, I think he won the war for us. But there's a lot of factors, like when Hitler was standing on the coast, pretty much on the coastline of France, they're looking over and saying, we're going to go attack the UK. And apparently, I can't remember who it was. The details aren't always there, but I'm sure I got the right story. Is that one of his advisors or something, maybe it was his doctor, I don't know who it was, but said it's not the right time or something like that, right? And convinced him, okay, we're not going to go attack the UK at this moment. That's another deciding factor there. If he had have attacked, he probably would have won, but he backed off like he was advised about. Anyway, there's so many different factors, but one of the number one reasons in all of those factors, you have to add this. Like if there's 3 or 4 factors that won that war, one of them was they allowed all the American, Canadian, British troops, anyone that was fighting against the Germans, were allowed to have as much oxycodone as they want. And they powered through hard, and that stuff does not have a wall. I'm living proof of that. I can take that constantly for the rest of my life. I'm not saying I do, but I can, and I will never hit a wall. It'll just help keep me going. And it takes care of the pain so that I can actually function. And at times I do need that. Otherwise, I can't get up off the bed. I am so messed up with my condition. I'm curled up in a fetal position. The cramps, the pains, everything. And it's like not just around my guts and everything. It comes up my neck, gives me headaches. Like I'm really messed up. And like I said, I can't get off the bed and go function or do anything, but I have to sometimes, especially having the little girls, right? They got to go out and do their business. They got to eat, drink water. So it's been a great help for me. And I want you to know that you're actually lucky you're getting that. You can't get that here. When my first doctor, he was the most compassionate, wonderful doctor I've ever met in my life. He got me on those things, and then I went back to him and said, we need to increase the dosage, which he did. I was going to go back and increase the dosage again, and when I went back to him, he had left. He had gone to, amazing guy. He went to Burnaby Hospital to work in the, what do they call it, palliative care, where they work with the patients that are never leaving the hospital. They're going to, and they give them a comfortable, they keep them as comfortable as possible for their last days before they end up dying in the hospital, right? He was an amazing guy, so compassionate, so wonderful. Anyway, I never got that increased dose because the next doctor that they replaced him with, I'm missing all the comments here. Sorry about that. If I miss any of your comments, and it's important. Please ask it again because I'm on a roll here. But anyway, so I got this other doctor, and if any of you know the Canadian government politics and that, this guy was a lot like Stephen Harper. And I went to him and I said, this is what we've been doing with my previous doctor and all this, and I said I was going to come and ask him to up the dosage and that so we can get a balance here, right? And I explained the whole thing in detail. What he said was, he says, I'm not going to increase your dose. There's no way I'm going to do that because there's such a big what's the word I'm looking for? It's corrupt emphasis on opioids and that. And this is not an opioid. Technically, it's a synthetic. And if it's synthetic, it can't be part of those anyway, the opioids that are bad are fentanyl and all the junk out there, all the problematic stuff. This is not a problematic. This was made for a real good reason. They wanted a clean and purest drug they could put out there that would do the job, and that's this one. And anyway, my doctor says, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to raise your dose. He says, if anything, I'm going to get you off these things. And I said, dude, I've been dealing with this for many years, and I said, there's no way you're taking these away from me, because I will have you in court so fast, because you're not going to leave me suffering where I can't get up off the floor. It's not going to happen. So he kind of backed off, but he wouldn't increase my dose, and he wants to reduce it, but he has to be able to prove that I don't need them, and that's the thing. And it's amazing. It's a good one, Carl. Don't worry about taking that one. What I do is, depending on the amount of pain and suffering I'm in, you got the blue ones, the 5 mil, or the white ones, the 10 mil? That's a issue, because the 5 mil the blue ones are the lowest you can get. No, Samantha, sorry, Carl, we're moving around on this topic. I'm checking my palliative care. That's what it was, Deborah. Thanks. Yeah, it won't hurt you. There's nothing wrong with that, Carl. Don't worry about it, please. Anyway, so I originally got the 5 mil, the blue ones, and then I went to the doctor and he put me up to the 10, and I was going to go up to the 20. But anyway, so now what I got is the 10. They're white, and then they got a slice on one side. What I will do is I'll break them in half, and I'll start with half and see how that works. And if I need it stronger, I'll take the other half. If it's really super intense and I'm curled up on the floor and I can't move, I'll take a whole one. Sometimes, on a rare occasion, I've taken 2, but that doesn't happen often. But I want to promise you that it is one of the cleanest pharmaceuticals. It's not a drug, it's a pharmaceutical, a real good one made by pharmaceutical scientists. But yeah, it'll never hurt you. And I've taken a handful on that one time just for something to do, and it just made me work faster and harder, and I got a lot of stuff done, but it never harmed me. It can't harm you. Anyway, I just want you to understand that, 7.5. I didn't know they made 7.5. That's interesting. That is interesting. 7.5. So they got 5, 7.5 now, and then the 10 and 20 and 80s. The 80s, that's amazingly strong. And I've known people that have been on an 80s. And I've taken an 80, and wow, is that potent. It's like, it's too much. You have to be in real bad pain. But this guy had I don't know all the details, but he'd somehow lost his foot and ankle or something like that in a bad accident. And he was in severe pain. He had bone stuff going on, but he was in real killer pain. So he got those. Anyway, back to this, Samantha. Codeine and I don't get along at all. It makes me ill. I don't do codeine. I can't. And that's where I got to what I'm on now, the stuff that you got, Carl. That's why I got to that, is because they were putting on me all this other stuff, and then they gave me this stuff. I think it was MTech or whatever it's called, it was above the T3s, which is it was stronger than T3s, and it had codeine, and they were not good for me. And that's I don't like that. I mean, some people can handle it, but yeah, if it's bothering you, Samantha, you know, try not to take it until, and hopefully you can get them to give you something else. Because if it's bothering you, it's not good. I don't. And codeine is a direct opiate. Codeine. Codeine, heroin. What else is there? There's a few things. They all come from the poppy, the opium poppy. They all come from that, and they're just slight variations of it. I mean, when you think about it, is codeine is very closely related to heroin because it comes from the exact same plant. It's only processed somewhat differently. I'm not going to explain the whole thing right now; it'd take too long. But yeah, yeah, that's another thing too. That's You're better off with like CBDs or cannabis oil of some sort, Rick Simpson oil, any of that. Ask John Jarvis will tell you. You're better off with that. But yeah, you're right. It does get expensive, and that's the problem with the good medications that we should be taking instead of the crap that they want to shove down our throat, because they're all programmed and brainwashed by the pharmaceutical companies. The new doctors today don't stop and think, oh, I should research this and make my own decision on it. They go, the pharmaceutical company, oh, this is fine, just give it to everyone, right? And it's garbage, it's killing people. And they're just, I'm not saying the doctors are bad, I'm just saying that they're programmed and a lot of them don't stop and think. And they're like a lot of other people who are somewhat naive. I guess they just want to believe that these people are there for us, when a lot of times they're not. Look at what happened with the vaccines. They weren't for us. they were actually against us. Anyway, we won't get too much into that. The only time, Deborah, they offered me morphine was when I was in the hospital with the burns and stuff like that. And in the past, way back in the past, in other medical situations where I needed it, I actually have had morphine. But probably, I think once, yeah. But anyway, there was, when I was in the hospital, I never got the morphine. They were giving me Dilaudid in an injection, and there was this other stuff, I can't remember the name. It was the strongest painkiller they'll give you in the hospital. And boy, was it great, because they were debriding my legs, pulling all the scabs and everything off, and that's painful on top of the pain I was already feeling. Like, that's not fun. And they gave me that, and it was just bearable. It got me through, but yeah, no. But yeah, there's. It's interesting, the hospital I went to. Like, there's a lot of hospitals that, if you're in that bad of pain, one of the first things they want to do is give you fentanyl, which, of course, when it's administered from them, they know how to dose it properly and all that stuff. But the thing is they said they were going to give me this injection. It says strongest one we can give you, blah, 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 blah. And I said, it's not fentanyl, is it? And they said, no, we don't actually use fentanyl in this hospital unless we kind of have to. If we don't feel we have to, we'll never use it. And I thought, wow, I'm in the right place. Because, I don't care if they know how to administer it, so it takes care of your pain and problem and everything. But it's a dangerous thing, and anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Interesting. I hope I haven't missed. So I got to check my comments. Okay, I hope I've actually covered that, but Carl, don't worry about that one. I promise you, it's okay. It will never harm you, not at all. Even if you take too much, it's not going to harm you, but just don't. But if you're taking 7.5, that's actually right in the middle there. So a full one, but you can try that. Try breaking them in half, take a half, because it will have an effect. And if it's not quite enough, just take the other half, kind of thing. But anyway, what was I? Anyway, yeah, cool. What was it? Friday, I guess it was. Friday, my friend sent me a text and says, hey, there's going to be a really great Northern Lights show happening, apparently, for the next 2 nights, kind of thing. And so, was it Friday night? I think it was Friday night. Maybe, yeah, it was Friday night. I'm losing track of my. I want to get back to that, Cheryl. So I'm trying not to forget. But yeah, so Friday night I went outside and it was at midnight or something. Beautiful, beautiful light show, but it wasn't really bright like a lot of them are, because it's brighter when you go more north. But anyway, I was going to try a video, but it wasn't bright enough to actually show up on a video like that. So there was supposed to be one last night, but I just fell asleep and didn't notice it. I'm going to look again tonight, but if I could, excuse me, I'm glad you guys got to see that, because if I could video it, I would. But it's got to be bright enough. Oh, Christina, hey, how's it going? I almost missed you there. Hey, Christina. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. No, Carl, that's another thing too. Don't worry about it. You can't get addicted to this stuff. Absolutely not. No. If I can take them only when I need them, and sometimes I can go weeks, believe it or not, because I'm with my diet and everything else that I'm doing for my condition, I try to keep it as stable as possible. And if the less I need those, you know, the better, kind of, because then I know what's going on. I haven't killed the pain and masking it, so I don't know what's going on. But don't worry about it. You won't get hooked on it. I can't see it. I can't see it. You'd have to have a really, really, really weak character for drugs of any kind to get hooked on that. Oh, what was that question? Okay, I got it. Okay. But yeah, don't worry about it, Carl, please. Try it out. Like, go half at a time. Try it once, see what you feel, and just wait. Just wait as long as it takes, and see how you feel, and just go from there. Oh, you're welcome, Christina. Anyway, I wanted to get back to Cheryl there. You're taking Prozac and Wellbutrin for depression. Yeah, actually, I don't know about Prozac. I don't know. I know very little about it, only what I've heard. I've never actually researched it, but I understand it's okay. It's a good antidepressant. I don't know if they're about the side effects or anything like that. I can't give you any advice on that, but Wellbutrin, that was actually made for depression, and then they found out people were quitting smoking, and so they said, oh, here's a stop smoking kind of thing, and that's what they started using it for people to quit smoking, and it worked really great. But apparently, yeah, it works good as an antidepressant. I haven't really researched it. I've only researched it a little more than Prozac, but what I've heard about Wellbutrin, I don't know if you've experienced it or not, but apparently when you start taking it, you can have amazing dreams. That's everyone that I ever knew that was taking Wellbutrin, and this goes back probably 15 years or something, when they first put it out to quit smoking. They all said that one of the first things they said was, oh, the amazing dreams, man. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I can't see that being a problem for you, Cheryl. Just, just only have it when you really need it. Like, just don't go overboard. It's, yeah. I can't really tell you anything about that, but I don't think they'll harm you. Just, like I say, with everything, only take it when you absolutely need it. And a lot of times I'll be in, like, reasonably bad pain and suffering, discomfort, and I'll just sit there and wait and see if it kind of either goes down or if it just stays there. And then in a case where my pain and suffering gets worse, then I have to take a pill. Yeah, like I say, a lot of times I just have to get through. I have to deal with the girls and take them out, and so that, yeah. Yeah, anyway, there's a bunch of other things I wanted to talk about too, and I keep forgetting. I'm actually, like, I think my brain's ready to explode because I'm so happy, I guess you'd say, but elated. That's a better word, elated, about being here and finally getting onto this journey that I've wanted to be on forever, kind of. So Well, that's right, Carl, Christina. I like to keep it as natural as possible too, and that's why I've used CBDs or hemp oil or Rick Simpson oil or anything like that. Um, Cannabis in any form, kind of thing, because I know it's a natural. As long as it's made organically, without chemicals and all fertilizers, all that, it's an organic product, and I'm going to be honest with you. It's been around for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and it's even in the Old Testament. And they've covered it up by the wording, the translation they've done. But when King Solomon, the Queen of Sheba came to see King Solomon, and they visited, whatever, blah blah blah, and then King Solomon was to go into Africa, into Ethiopia, to go see the Queen of Sheba, and he was actually told by God to go see her and give her everything that she desires. And what do women want the most? A child, anyway. So she had a child by King Solomon, and that's where the Rastafarians come, and I'm getting off the topic. The thing is, there was a huge list. If you go into the Old Testament, there's a huge list of products and stuff that King Solomon was told to take to the Queen of Sheba. And it comes down to this one word where they said, and also sweet honey cakes. And now the word they use for sweet honey cakes, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's something like banak or something. I can't remember how I can't remember how it's pronounced or anything. But for over 4,000 years, that word in Hebrew has always meant cannabis. So it wasn't sweet honey cakes, it was cannabis. So that's biblical proof that it's a good product. I mean, it was God given. And, I get a lot of people who argue that, well, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, if you look at the real ancient, true Hebrew, you come up with the right answer. And so, I don't care. I'm convinced that they would have, because that place was crawling with cannabis since the beginning of time. The whole Middle East and everything, everywhere, Turkey and all those places, they've been growing that and passing it around forever, and they made their clothes out of it, hemp. They grew the hemp for the clothes and the indica for the medicinal purposes and stuff. And they would usually cook with it. They'd make teas. I don't know if they smoked it or not. I have no idea. But anyway, but yeah, the more natural you can go, Christina, Carl, the better, obviously, right? Natural healing. And I'm working on a lot of that with the stinging nettle. Like, okay, I think I've mentioned this before. I am much happier, Carl. I am way much happier. Thank you all for noticing that. Yeah. And like I said, it wasn't about the island. It's a nice place and beautiful and all that. It's just that I was stuck. I was stuck somewhere, and I wanted to get away, and this is where I wanted to be, and I'm so happy. But anyway, that's the more natural. That's why I do like to try as much stinging nettle tea and that, and eating it with the fireweed, great willow herb. There's so many products out there. And now, when you get down to it, okay, if you want to not take any pharmaceuticals, I guarantee you the one that you're taking, Carl, is fine, absolutely fine. It's the same one I got. But if you want anyone that wants to get away from pharmaceuticals, learn how to deal and collect a wild lettuce sap, I guess you'd call it, juice, sap, whatever, wild lettuce. It's very similar to the poppy thing, and it's they've been using that for thousands of years to kill pain and everything. And you go online and you can see everybody and their dog out there that will tell you how to identify it, how to collect it, how to process it, everything about it. The only drawback to some of those things, like with that wild lettuce. Oh, I'm gonna get back to that. But anyway, yeah, check that out. I'm actually that's one area I haven't got into myself personally, but I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I've been researching a lot lately. I know how to identify it. That's not a problem. But I'm going to actually try collecting some and processing it and trying it for myself, because it is a natural product and it's a painkiller, a good one apparently. That's right, Christina. Sweet Honey Cake sounds like a great name for a band. Perfect. Um, but that's another thing. You want to go natural as much as you can. Wild lettuce. And people swear by it. There's like so many people out there swear by it. Anyway, that's another thing. But like I say, don't worry about that medication, Carl, or anybody. That one's probably one of the few out there that are not a problem whatsoever. No side effects. I've never known anyone to have side effects ever, and I've talked to hundreds and hundreds of people that have taken it and then stopped when they needed when they didn't need it anymore. Right? It's just like stop. I just stop, and I don't crave it or anything. Never. I only know I need to take it when my pain is too bad. But I'm starting to lose my way here again. So I don't know exactly what you mean, Deborah. What the drawback to what? Not sure. Oh, for the lettuce. Drawback. I don't think there's any drawback. I don't know of any. I've never heard of any. I've only heard that word. Oh, right. Sorry, my brain again. I think I'm so happy my brain's gone numb. The only drawback is a lot of them do the tinctures, and tinctures rely on using alcohol. And I don't drink anymore. I mean, I used to love drinking. I almost lived for drinking, but because of my Crohn's, all that, it's not worth it. So I don't drink anymore. I'm way better off not drinking. I don't miss it at all. But the thing is, I don't take tinctures that have alcohol either, because I can, even though it's a very mild alcohol, I can taste it and I can actually feel it. Like if you give me 3 drops of a very low alcohol wine, 3 drops of that on my tongue in my mouth, within a few moments or minutes, I can feel the alcohol in my system. That's how, what's the word I'm looking for? Sensitive, I guess, my system is, or whatever. I notice it. I went, this was years and years ago, I went to a person's place for their dinner. This was when I was actually just finished the chemo. It was 2007, yeah. And I went to their place, and he was a recovering alcoholic for years and years, doing really well. And I met this girl in there. I don't know, it was somebody's birthday. I can't remember what it was. But whatever, they got this non-alcoholic wine, or de-alcoholized champagne, I should say. Sorry, champagne. De-alcoholized. But when they de-alcoholize, there's always 0.005% in there. Like it's the tiniest thing. And so, yeah, I thought, okay, it's de-alcoholized, fine. I had a glass of that, and I actually felt the alcohol in that. And so that's how, I guess, sensitive, there's the better word for it, I can't think of it right now, but that's how sensitive, I guess, my system was. It could detect the slightest amount of alcohol in it. So anyway, the tinctures, I stay away from that because I know everyone wants to do the tinctures, but I know there's other ways you can do it without the alcohol. You do not need to make these products always with alcohol. There's so many other ways of doing it. I'm not going to get into the processes right now. You got to go and research it, and I'm still researching it. Yeah, exactly, Christina. Because you use it as prescribed, and only when you need it, kind of thing. And that makes perfect sense. Yeah, and that's right, Christina. Some people have a higher intensity to addictions of any kind, whether it's alcohol, drugs, or whatever. Some food. There's a lot of people out there who are just addicted to food and nothing else. Excuse me. I don't know what BP medication exactly is right off the top of my head, Cheryl. BP, I don't know. It sounds like bipolar, but I'm not sure if that's what you mean. But anyway, it's just sometimes you just have to stop taking it and see how it feels, right? Because, sure, if you stop taking it and you get bad or feel bad or even get worse, it just kind of means you kind of need that medication sometimes. It's hard to really give you a good answer on that one because, you it would depend on which medication you're. I can't kind of blanket all the medications you're taking with one answer. It depends on which one you're talking. Oh, blood pressure. Okay, blood pressure. Sorry, I just thought BP is bipolar. I know so many bipolar people. That's probably why. But anyway, blood pressure. Yeah. Well, that's another thing. I can't even advise you on the blood pressure stuff because and medication that because I got to know what you're taking and how your whole condition. Um, there's I think there's a variety of reasons that can affect your blood pressure kind of thing. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, with a lot of them, like if you really wanted, that's like, okay, just the one I take, the one Carl's got. I think my brain's shutting down. What am I trying to say? But yeah, I stopped taking it, and I noticed it has no side effects, no negative effects or anything, and it's fine as long as I'm not in the condition that I need it. Right? Once it's getting the pain and it gets too much, then I got to take it. So what basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is you do have to stop at times, see how it is. That's what I was trying to say is when you're masking the pain, like that's another thing I got to watch, and I'm very careful about that. It's like, okay, if I'm really suffering and I'm on the floor curled up or whatever, I take the pill and I feel like a 100% new man again, and that's how good it works for me, or anybody pretty much. That doesn't mean I can go out and just eat whatever I want, like junk food, chocolate, candy, ice cream. I can't just do that because I feel better. Because you have to realize you're masking the symptoms just so you can get through your life, kill the pain and get through your life. But you got to realize that doesn't mean you can just go back to your old habits. Like, doesn't mean I can start drinking again because the pain's gone. There's no way. So you got to be aware of masking your symptoms, and it doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want again and go back to your normal life before you were ill. That doesn't mean that. You have to realize that's what you're doing. That's good, Christina. Yeah, best to discuss blood pressure with Dr. Cheryl. That's cute. That's cute. I think part of your problem, Cheryl, is you worry too much about everything. Like you're a stinking thinker, and you're a worry wart. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not putting you down. I've always been a worry wart all my life. I probably only learned how to deal with that in the last 10 years. I'm still dealing with it too. Like, I'm way better than I ever was. Like, I very rarely worry anymore. It's just the way it is. Oh, no, there you go. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea too. Anything you're on, any medication you're on, there's a lot of them. You never just suddenly stop because it just puts you into a tailspin, and all your pain and issues and everything just come flooding back in and just wipe you. No, most medications you have to slowly taper down. Yeah, either take a smaller dose, and if you're taking it every day, then take it every second day, then every third day. You have to taper down. You can't just, I don't care what it is, never ever just quit anything. I can do that with this stuff that I'm using, Carl's using. You can, because it I'm sorry, I'm laughing because Carl just said the word bacon again. Bacon, I love bacon. Um, yeah, don't take away my bacon, Kent. Don't. Don't take away my bacon either. Uh, yeah, that's right, Christina. Yeah, depression meds can be do more harm than good, and always you have to consult with your doctor first, and hopefully you got a good doctor that actually thinks for himself and isn't programmed. But anyway, um, yeah, I would never stop anything suddenly, just completely stop it all of a sudden, Cheryl. If you want to, just slowly taper back because then you'll feel it. Like, okay, let's say you're taking this med. So you want to taper, you cut it in half and try that for a while and see how you feel. And um, if your symptoms come flooding in strongly, that means that you probably need to be taking it. If you're okay with that, it seems okay. I don't need so much of it or something, you know. Um, but anyway, if you want to actually get off it totally, just taper down. Do that for a week or so. Then the next week, even less and less, and maybe over 2 to 3 weeks, even or a month. You know, just taper down, and that way, because your body, just like anything else, your body will go into shock once it gets used to something. Like, have you ever heard? This has been common knowledge ever since I was young, but I'm hoping a lot of you have heard this. Is like, if you got a serious alcoholic, right, and you just cut off his alcohol supply, just bang like that, um, it can kill them. It can literally kill them overnight because the stress on their body, and it's happened many times, and I've seen documentaries on it and stuff like that. You know, I've seen where a person was locked up. They're a heavy drinker, and they're locked up for let's say a reason, and the lawyer will come in and say, "You better get my client some alcohol because if he dies in this cell because you stopped him from drinking, you're going to have the biggest lawsuit on your hands that you've ever seen, right?" And it's the truth. Like your body becomes accustomed to stuff, and if you suddenly stop, there's a lot of things you can suddenly stop. It depends on what it is. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's it, Samantha. Wean yourself off slowly, and that's the best advice I can give anyone. Bacon. I'm seeing the word bacon again. That's coming up Tuesday's video. There's a bunch of bacon in it, Carl. I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't want to give it away. It's going to be called Fish Bus. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because you got to just see it. But yeah, you're going to like it, Carl. There's bacon in it. But yeah, Samantha, every once in a while I make a scrambled. Lately I've actually just been frying my eggs or boiling them. Once in a while I'll just make an omelet just because that's the way I feel like eating it. I haven't made as many scramblets as I was there while I was on the island, but you know, I still eat my eggs, lots of eggs. Um, but holy cow. We've been here almost an hour and a half, man. It seems like it was like 20, 30 minutes ago. Holy crap. But yeah, I still eat my scramblets once in a while. That's when I'm lazy. I don't want to actually make the omelet. Like, you take the time to whip it in a bowl, then you got to clean the bowl. I just throw it in a pan and I scramble it in the pan so I don't have to clean much. It's because I'm lazy. That's why I make scramblets. Oh, glad you brought that up, Samantha. I'd forgotten about that. I actually subscribe to a few channels that speak about tapping for lots of things, for wealth, health, many things. And I haven't really tried it myself. You know, a lot of it is finding the time to do this, you know, when I could be working on something like my truck or whatever that needs work. But anyway, this tapping thing, I'm still trying to look into that. And they say, yeah, and I know lots of people out there, lots of videos and platforms that show you all about tapping, like, tapping as you're talking and telling yourself stuff. You're reprogramming your brain to stop being programmed and and actually reason through to the truth, right? And they say you can even do that and create wealth in your life just by continually doing that. But you got to stay on it. But it's an interesting thing, tapping. Check into that. I can't tell you much on it because I'm just barely know very little about it, other than what it's supposed to do. It sounds like a really good thing. Like if it works, man, like everyone should get on that. But yeah, I'm still looking into that and trying to find the time to actually, because you have to put time in. You can't just do it one day or 2 days and then that's it. You have to do it every day. It's like anything. You got to do it. Have a program, a routine kind of thing, like working out and getting in shape and building your muscles. You can't just do it 2 days and go, hey, I'm a He-Man now. Just, like anything else. But yeah, I've heard it works great with anxiety, practically anything you want to apply it to. It's all about the words you speak while you're doing it and for the purpose you're trying to gain, right? Yeah, interesting. that's actually almost funny, Carl. Rogaine, yeah, I've heard some bad things about Rogaine. I've heard good things. I don't know. I've never tried it. Maybe they're making it better nowadays. I don't know. But Rogaine, for his hair and Viagra grew hair as well. Hey, that's interesting. That is, but the funny part is his hair wouldn't lie down. It was growing, and it was. That's actually funny. Yeah, you got Mamma Mia laughing her face off. But that's very interesting, very interesting. But first of all, in my experience, for anyone, I would suggest before they try Rogaine or anything, even Viagra to grow their hair, if that's what they're using it for, is to grow hair, I would try the castor oil first and foremost. And if that doesn't work for you, I don't think anything will. It's hard to say. I shouldn't say that, but before I tried Rogaine, I'll work with the castor oil and stuff first. Mainly because it's a natural product, and I don't know enough about Rogaine. I haven't done my research. If I research it and I find out it's a good, fine product, clean and everything, then I wouldn't have a problem with it, sort of thing. That's funny. That's cute. I know you're crazy, Carl. We knew that a long time ago now. Oh, anyway, I almost forgot, but yeah, about that package. No, I haven't arranged to get that package yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mail instead of, it'd be a $600 trip just to drive back to the island and get my mail and come back again. Even without dragging the house with me, it would be expensive. Anyway, I'm going to mail my key to a good buddy of mine. He's going to go collect the mail, and then we're going to figure out, as long as he's got it, it won't get sent back or anything. And then we'll find a way for him to, where he can mail it to me up here. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I'm just trying to take my time to scope everything out and look around, go drive and check everything out, stuff, and also relax as much as I can, because that's what I came here for, was to feel good, feel better, and unwind. Anyway, yeah, I hope though, yeah, I didn't know it because you never mentioned before, but yeah, it's one of the necklaces has an arrowhead in it. Eh? Nice. I'm looking forward to that because I love arrowheads. But yeah, I hope it hasn't gotten broken either. But I will find out and I'll get on that. Worst case scenario, I think, if I don't get the guy to pick it up in time, they'll probably, if you put your return address on it, they'll probably just mail it back to you. But I don't want that. I want to get it because excuse me. And I will get on that. Crazy Carl, I'll get on that. Yes, Cheryl, the girls are in the truck. Um, the reason for that is there's so many people out here, and they'll run off and they'll go play, and I can't keep my eyes on them. I have enough trouble keeping up with the comments and talking to you guys and keeping it going without watching the girls and that too. And then if and people do bring their dogs to on the grassy area here, big open field there. And of course, my dogs don't like other dogs, and and then to have them leashed on their harness, they'll start wrapping themselves around the table here and that. And anyway, just a lot easier. I want to. Yeah, I want to keep focused on you guys and that. I suppose you could mail it to that store there. I'm trying to figure out what the best place is. I mean, I think you can probably just mail it to general delivery at the post office, Carameas. I'm thinking, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to actually go talk to the post office here, and I'm also going to phone the post office in Qualicum because they know exactly who I am, especially if I mention my two dogs, Baby and Angel, and the tiny house on wheels. They know exactly who it is. And they'll be able to give me the best advice kind of thing. So I will get on that really quickly here. I'm sure it must have showed up by last Friday. I'm thinking it might have been the Wednesday. No, wait, I've been here. Wow, I've been here longer than I realize. Yeah, so I know it'll sit there for a while before they actually do anything about it, like try to send it back or whatever. But yeah, I'll get on that. I keep thinking about it every day and think I gotta do that, but I have to find out the proper arrangements first. But yeah, there we go. I think I'm caught up with my comments. Oh, I wish I had another coffee. This is actually, I made my own coffee and I poured it into this. It was one I had sitting around. But I wish I had another coffee now. I could really use it. So what else? Oh, sorry about that. You see that? I had noticed that. Look, my hands are so dirty. I've been doing stuff and I wash them and then I get them dirty again. And today I got up and I didn't even have time to wash my hands. I could have, but you know what I did instead? I watered my potato plants. No, I don't need reading glasses. I can read fine. I can see everything clearly up to about that far away. I need glasses to see distance. I'm short-sighted, so I need glasses to drive and see distances. But actually, over the years, my eyes apparently have gotten better and better and better, and I can tell from, let's say, 20, 30 years ago, my vision is, without my glasses, is actually, I can tell it's improved over that period of time. And that happened to my aunt. She had the exact same as I had, myopia, and she had it for years and years and years. And then when she was in her 60s, she was in this high-rise, I guess you'd call them like a condominium, but it's not really a condominium. It's a high-rise apartment anyway. Very expensive in downtown Vancouver, right on English Bay. Very expensive. Anyway, she got up one day and she's got this beautiful view, and she can see right across the ocean to UBC, the woods area there, the peninsula. And anyway, she got up one day and looked out the window and realized she could actually see the whole thing clearly. She didn't need her glasses anymore, and she never wore them after that. So these things can come and go. But no, I don't need reading glasses. I read fine without them. What, if I don't like the necklaces? Is that what you're saying? I probably will like them, especially if it's got an arrowhead. I'll probably like it. But yeah, you know, that happens. Like sometimes you get stuff and it's not necessarily fully suited for you, and it would suit someone else better, kind of deal. I've had that happen. Yeah, so you're farsighted, Deborah. You can see farther away without your glasses, but you have to have them for reading. That's farsightedness. Short-sightedness is myopia. I don't know what farsighted, the medical term for farsightedness is. I only know mine. Mine's myopia. And I also had an astigmatism in my eye too, which means your eyeball's not round. And and also when I was I don't know if it was when I was born, but when I was very, very young. There you go, Backwoods Canada Visual Instrumental Production. I was just talking about you earlier. How you mentioned that the name Karameus means where the winds meet. And it's so true here. The winds come from all directions. It's almost constantly windy here. And that's a perfect name for the area, First Nations, where the winds meet. That's cool. Thank you very much. That was great information. Yeah, that's thanks for you mentioning that. Almost everyone mentioned that today. Backwoods Canada. That I'm looking healthy and got color and look vibrant and all that. And I was telling them earlier that it's because I feel great. It's just a big relief, weight off my shoulder. Just leaving the island and going to where I want to be is here. Well, not just here. This is just kind of a base, and the rest of BC is we're going to explore everywhere we possibly can and go to all the places like the Caribou, one of my favorite areas, the Caribou. I'm dying to get up there. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get there. We're just one thing at a time. Um, but yeah, I just feel great. I'm so happy here. I feel like a huge weight is lifted off me. I get up in the morning and I look outside at the scenery around me and I feel the sunshine on me and the breeze is blowing and I feel comfortable. I don't know. There's just so much. And I feel like, wow, I finally got here. Thank God that he helped bring me here and where I wanted to be for a very long time. And it's just looking around more and more and traveling around more and seeing more and more places I haven't seen and a lot of the places I miss and I want to go see again. So I feel like a new man and I'm glad that it shows. Oh, uh, that's uh, that's nice and also melancholy kind of thing, isn't it, Cheryl? Yeah, that's too bad. And these kind of interesting coincidences happen to me a lot in my life too. And that isn't that an interesting? And I don't believe in coincidences, and I don't believe in luck. I believe in being blessed or not. But anyway, yeah, you wake up and on Mother's Day in a situation where normally your husband would bring you flowers, and your both your and your husband's favorite song came on the radio. That's awesome, isn't it? It. Anyway, I hope you just feel good about that. Just try not to be too down. Um, oh, more cool information. Thank you, Backwoods Canada. Penticton. Yeah, I'm going to be going up to Penticton, and apparently Penticton in First Nations means the gathering place. And that makes perfect sense. That is really cool. Yeah, it's so neat when you think because a lot of these places we don't realize where the names come from, and most of them are First Nations, and they actually have a really good meaning. Um, that's cool. Yeah. Anyway, Backwoods Canada is Visual Instrumental Productions. Um, has been all through this area and that knows it well, and his old stomping grounds, and giving me a lot of good information and advice about the area. Oh, and I'm going to give you a hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We will be going to see the Red Bridge real soon here. I think that's next Friday. No, that might be next Friday's video, or it might be the following Tuesday. I can't remember now. But yeah, that was definitely a good piece of advice. Go check out the Red Bridge. So be looking forward to that coming up. Oh, wow. Okay, Samantha. Yeah, that's yeah, you've been up a long time. I was actually up. I was awake at 6. Again, I don't know what it is. I never wake up early until I've been over here, and every second or almost every morning or every second morning, I'm waking up like 6 o'clock in the morning for no apparent reason. And then I want to sleep, but then I eventually just get up, have coffee, and go. But yeah, you've been up a long time, and yeah, you're over. Excuse me, I think you're halfway around the world from us, and it's, excuse me, like you said, 9:35 at night right now. So yeah, you take care, Samantha. Glad you could make it. We'll catch you again, and yeah, just take care of yourself and everything. Oh, no, Cheryl, I have never sang that song. I know the one you're talking about. Ordinary World. Yeah, yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I can't get the song and the words in my head right now, but I know exactly. I'll work on it. I could try it. I will definitely give it a shot for sure. Hey, Lou Perry, how you doing? How you doing? Glad you can make it. Glad you could make it. Yeah. We talked about a lot of stuff here. If you missed anything, you might want to go back and re-watch this again. I think today's pretty interesting talking today, because we talked about a bunch of cool stuff, and yeah, you might want to go back and re-watch it, but glad you can make it, Lou. Louise. Okay. When I get up to the Penticton area, according to Backwoods Canada Visual and Instrumental Productions, it's hard trying to say all that. Wrights Beach Campground on the right side, on the right-hand side, just before you enter Penticton. Apparently, great place. I'll definitely check that out. And now that we're talking about it, Backwoods, I was out scoping places out. I went to Vassal Lake to go see about fishing up there, Yellow Lake. But before I did that, I haven't been there in so long. I wanted to go down to just take a quick. I had nothing to do that day, so I just wanted to go and take a quick look at Osoyoos again. And I forgot how beautiful it is driving from the Karameas down to Osoyoos. You come over the hill and you look, and there's the lake and the town spread out down over, down. Beautiful. You guys are going to love it when I take you for a drive down there. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. The scenery around here is just amazingly fantastic. And that was another one, was driving down to Osoyoos again. That was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But thank you for all the tips. These are like Wrights Beach. I'm not even familiar with that. If I went by when I was 12 years old, so if we went by, I don't remember. See you later, Samantha. Thanks for showing up. Oh yeah, what's the hint for fishing under the Red Bridge there? I was actually looking, I was thinking, can I fish here? It's moving pretty good. I don't know what's in there. But yeah, give me some hints on what to fish for and possibly what to use fishing in the river by the Red Bridge there, because there's so much of the river all the way along there, right? And there's many spots, and I could try fishing there, and I can try fishing somewhere else, you know what I mean? But yeah, any tips you can give me on fishing the river. I'm not sure what I'm going for and what I'm, other than possibly trout, maybe salmon, I'm not sure. But yeah, that would be cool, because I love fishing. But so any information I get on that is great. But yeah, I'm going to go up to Vassal Lake, Yellow Lake, because they got. I'm trying to adjust my legs here. Sorry, I get really sore and stiff if I sit in the same position too long or lie down too long or no. But yeah, apparently in lakes around here, some things I've only caught one bass once in my life, accidentally. But you know, I've never gone out bass fishing with bass lures and stuff, which Carl sent me his handmade, homemade bass lures. I'm dying to try out. Anyway, those two lakes, Vaso and Yellow Lake, I want to go up there. I want to try and catch some trout. They got largemouth bass, smallmouth bass. They also got yellow perch and a couple other fish that I still can't remember the names of, smaller ones. But yeah, I want to try all that stuff out. So anything more than that, like that I don't know about, like fishing in any of the rivers and that for whatever fish, will be great information for me. So oh yeah, dew worms, yeah. Another thing, the gas station across the street where I'm parked, it's got everything. It's got automotive propane, you know, gas, obviously. It's got a car wash. It's got a laundromat. It's got a dog wash. Um, you know, it's got everything the gas station needs. It's got water. It's got everything. It's even got dew worms, fishing worms. So before I drive off to go fishing, I got to go to the gas station right across the street and get a big pack of fishing worms. Plus, I got power bait. I got the bass lures from Carl, and I've got a bunch of other my different equipment and lures and different things. So I'm going to try a bunch of stuff. But anyway, that is interesting to know. A live prehistoric fish was found in Yellow Lake. That's cool. That's cool. It's always cool when you find something that's prehistoric or you thought that may have been extinct. Like yesterday, I was watching, I was on YouTube looking at stuff, and apparently, I forget where it is now. I forget I hate when I forget the things that I should have remembered. And anyway, I can't remember where it was, but they found this small, very small deer that they thought was extinct for a very long time, and they found one. Can't remember where. I'll have to go look. But yeah, that's interesting. A live prehistoric fish, a living prehistoric fish in Yellow Lake. That is cool. Maybe I'll catch one. I wouldn't want to catch one and have be the one that makes them go extinct, though. But that's cool. Yeah, the more information you can give me, buddy, that's great. But yeah, look forward to that coming up. I'm going to try and do a lot of fishing if I can, wherever I can, because there's lakes everywhere here. And the best place for lakes and fishing, the Caribou area. All the, like, I'm talking about anywhere from probably even before 70 Mile House, you know, but that's one of my favorite places. Everywhere, 70 Mile House, 100 Mile House, Williams Lake. Where else am I thinking? So many places out there. Likely, so many places I can't even remember. Laclahash. I'm trying to pull all the names out of my head that I haven't even thought of in 50 years. But
Sir, where have you got your bagpipes?
sorry.
You look like you should have bagpipes.
I actually do have bagpipes.
Yeah?
I'll just give you a quick update. The reason I wear kilts every day is because I have severe Crohn's disease. It's the
Okay.
only comfortable thing to wear.
Oh,
But I am Irish. My background is Irish, so
Okay,
good there. So that's why I wear them. But now, so I wear them all the time. I don't wear pants anymore.
Yeah.
Best thing
I love it.
I've got 16 Burtons.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But I do have the bagpipes. And I thought if I'm going to go around wearing kilts, I better get the bagpipes
Yes.
too to look authentic, right?
Yeah.
It's a really difficult instrument to play.
Yes.
You got to get a practice chanter. Yeah.
Are you from here somewhere?
I'm actually born in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah, born and raised in Vancouver. I've been on Vancouver Island for the last 25 years, and I've been dying to get off there. I'm here. I'm finally
Are
here.
you looking for a place?
Actually, I don't know if you noticed, but down the road by the gas station, little tiny house on wheels there,
Yeah.
Side of the road.
Oh, that's you?
That's me.
Oh, I love
Me
that.
and my little dog.
Oh, that is so
And I'm
cute.
doing a live show right now on YouTube, right
Oh,
as we
okay.
speak. They're watching us right
Oh
now.
dear.
It's-
Okay.
It's okay. It's all good. They're gonna love this. They're gonna love this.
Oh,
But
great.
that's us. So if you watch YouTube, watch us, subscribe, tell your friends.
Okay,
It
and
would be
what-
great. I'm trying to build it up.
Okay.
It's small yet.
Yeah. Awesome.
But it's called Baby and Me. Oh, here we
Baby
go.
and me. Got a card.
I do.
Awesome.
Check us out if you like us. Basically, it's just us living. I guess you'd say off grid. We
Off
don't
the
rent,
grid.
mortgage, all that. We're on the road all the time. My two little dogs and I, we live in that little shack, and
Oh, it's so
I go picking the wild gourmet mushrooms.
Oh,
I pick wild edibles like stinging nettle, plantain, dandelion, stuff like that. I go fishing. from the
So you
morning.
do medicinal things.
I do, yes. I do, and I'm working on a lot of, because I have the Crohn's and I'm trying to help heal that as well.
Right.
So I try and do as much as I can. I love stinging nettle.
What
It's
about
delicious.
native medicines? Are you into the natives?
I'm getting there. I'm actually, right now I've picked up some chaga mushroom
Okay.
and I'm trying, I've got a big bag of it, so I want, because you have to do it over a period of time, right?
Right.
That be effective. So I'm trying to see how that, because it's supposed to help as well. And yeah, I'm getting more into, let's say, the more native or natural
Right.
remedies like they used to do in the old days.
Yes.
Before
That's the way to
pharmaceuticals.
go.
came
We
along.
don't do pharmaceutical.
Yeah, and that's if you can get onto that. And yeah, I'm actually looking into the wild lettuce as well for painkilling and stuff like that, because I'm on pharmaceuticals for that right now. If I can get off that and get something natural, it'll be way better.
Right.
And do it the way they did not even that long ago, maybe a couple hundred years.
She has a son that's a doctor, but he's smart. There's a lot
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid doctors out
Yeah.
there these days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try
wackos.
this instead of
And the
taking
program,
red pills.
the pharmaceutical company says, oh, this, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and they just go, oh, yeah. They don't even think of research. They just go, oh, yeah, they told me it was good, so it's good. No, if you're a good doctor, you'll do your research, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it's crazy
Well, we
amazing.
used to have a deer farm in Alberta.
Uh-huh.
We used to raise deer, and we gave them rose hips. We had
Right,
we
rose
had
hips. I love rose
deer
hips.
that had a lump on the side of his face, and we lanced it and bled it out and everything else. Wouldn't cure it. And I went and I cleared up all the rose bushes that I saw around and picked them all up, and they had rose hips on there. Threw them in there, and they ate those, and his lump
See,
was
animals
gone.
know too. They have this sense about, that's why dogs eat grass, right?
Yeah.
Makes them throw up, but there's a reason for that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, animals are smarter than we even
Yeah.
know, right?
So do you have any trouble parking that cute little unit there? You're not
No.
asked to leave or anything?
No, absolutely. The people, I know the people at the gas station. My best friend lives here. That's one of the reasons I came here first. And he knows all of them there too. And he just said, well, just watch this place for it. So everyone's looking out. If my truck isn't hauling it away, then they better call the cops.
Nice
But
talking
no,
to you.
everyone is wonderful here.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
great. That's great.
It's been a pleasure. Just, I've only been here like less than 2 weeks. so,
Yeah. Well, I interrupted your whatever you're
That's
doing.
okay, no problem.
Okay, nice
They
to
all
meet you.
enjoyed it. I know they did.
Thank you.
Very nice talking to you guys. Hopefully see you again. There we go. Sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a really good conversation. They asked about my kilts at first and everything like that. And I had to give them a little backstory. I've got to... Oh, I think I missed your comment there backwards. Oh, I'm Scottish at heart. So you're gonna buy a kilt for your long 1,000-kilometer trips, are you? Backwards? But yeah, I guess no. I'm actually Irish at heart. The Irish and the Scottish are basically very closely related brothers. So, and in the past they were very tight, and they backed each other up against the English when the English were acting up. Well, thanks, Backwoods. Yeah, it was a pretty good public interaction there. Yeah, but they asked me about the kilts, and I got to fill them in the details. Oh, hey, Dale, how's it going? How's it doing? I've been commenting back and forth, Dale. And if you want to give me a direct communication with me, try out the Baby and Me Tiny House on Wheels at gmail.com. That'll be a private conversation we can have through the email. So check that out. If you want to give me any information, if you're going to be in the area or whatever. But anyway, good to see you got here. Excellent. I'm really trying to catch up with these comments now. Yeah, Lou, thanks for. I don't think I'm going to need a lot of luck fishing. It's apparently good out here, but yeah, I can't wait to catch them. I can't wait to cook them for you guys and eat them for myself. Oh, you're taking off. Okay, bye for now, Lou. I'm glad you could show up and everything like that. That's great. You take care of yourself, and yeah, look forward to those fishing trips with the fishing and the cooking and the eating for sure. Yeah, a lot of people do, Mamma Mia. They mistake me for a foreigner right off the bat because I'm wearing a kilt, which kind of makes sense. I mean, but probably 95% of the time, the very first question they ask is, "Are you Scottish?" The next question that's most common is, "Do you play the pipes?" Or they ask they'll either say, "Are you playing in town somewhere?" Or which group do you play your pipes with? Or do you have pipes? Can you play the pipes? That's kind of the next thing. But the first thing is usually, are you Scottish? And when I say no, they don't know what to say. They're like, what do I ask next, right? And I go, that's when I throw in, but I am Irish. And they go, oh, thank God. It's actually fun. But I'm not sure about you, Carl. You are crazy, I know that. But nice lady, you may want to keep one. One of the ladies? No. They're actually, I don't know what you could actually see, but they're older than me, obviously. Not that that really matters totally, but yeah. I think that's what you're trying to say there, Carl, but make another joke. Oh, I'm a magnet for fans, eh, Mamma Mia? Well, it's not so much me. It's either the kilt or the tiny house or the dogs. That catches their attention kind of thing. But no, I'm glad because I'm getting a lot of really good response over here. People stop, they take pictures, they talk to me, they subscribe. It's been fantastic, and everyone's wonderful, and I'm hoping, because I'm hovering on my channel for a while now, and I want to get it up there where it's really starting to work for me, and no, and it's great, so that people come by and chat, and I love it. It's I like meeting new people, and it's great. Yeah, great conversations, a lot of fun and humor and everything. It's fantastic. Thanks, Christina. I'm a chick magnet. Yeah, okay. That's funny. You, Christina, Darlene, Euphoric. Who else? Who else has all these amazing comments about me? I'm a chick magnet and blah, blah, blah. Makes me feel good, though. I might not agree that you might be blind, but but that's okay. Risha, how are you doing today? You obviously new around here so far, new subscriber or viewer or something. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing a lot better than I'm over here now and off the island. I don't have jobs, no. I don't have jobs at all, and I don't even want a job myself. I just want to be free and travel. Anyway, I got to get back here and check. I don't want to miss the comments. Dale, I am parked right across the street from the gas station as you first come into Karamias. I'm sure you know the one. It's the first thing you see when you hit Karamias, the town, is that gas station. I'm parked right across on the pullout. Perfect place. I got auto propane, I got water, I got a car wash, I got a dog wash, I got laundry. I got everything I need except for the groceries, which are just down the road. But that's where I am. Yeah, and then also Dale, yeah, you're right. It is can be very quiet around here, especially at night. It's very interesting, very interesting. Like it can be noisy and busy during the day, but there are many times here it can get quiet and it's just I don't even know how to explain it, but there's so much that's so different than being on Vancouver Island. But yeah, it's great here. I'm just thrilled to be here. But anyway, that's where I'm parked right now. I'm going to probably be there. I'm going to be visible for the most part until I let people know. I'll probably. It's cloudy and breezy today, so it's actually nice. I don't care about being parked there. It's when you're in the hot sun, 28 to 33 degrees, and your little house is sitting in direct sunlight. That's a little challenging. So I'm sure you know that little first rest stop, but just before you get into Keremeos, it's got the two washrooms there. It's got the garbage cans, and it's in the shade by the trees there. So. Here and there, I might just pop down there and park over there for a bit. I'm not really sure. I'm not in a hurry to actually go do too much. I just want to relax and enjoy and stuff like that. So I'm not worried about moving around. And there's lots of places to go. And but I will be. I'm going to be in this general neighborhood for quite a while, and I'll just be moving out and about, scoping things out, or going fishing or something. Like I say, I'll just take off one day and go to one of the lakes, go fishing, or I'll take you down to a Soyuz or something. But I mean, my little house will be in and around this neighborhood for quite a while. But yeah, again, give me an email if you want to communicate and, and that sort of let me know what's going on. Okay, Mama Mia, I know it's really late there. You're at 2 o'clock in the morning, aren't you? 2 o'clock in the morning. You're a trooper. You have a nap in the afternoon, and so you can stay up late to watch my show. That's awesome. Thank you so much, and you take care. Oh, sorry I didn't get to show you the girls today. I was gonna walk over to the truck and show you, but we've been having such a great conversation, and it's been just on a roll, a big roll. Okay, heading out. Take care, Christina. We'll see you again. Thanks for popping by. Where am I? I just missed someone. And Mama Mia. Sorry, Mama Mia. You take care as well, Mama Mia. I'm glad you could be here again. Oh, are you still there, Mama Mia? Are you? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head down and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. There you go. I was all prepared to sing today, but we've been having such a great conversation. So many subjects, and it's been just on a big roll that it just got beyond me. And I hope you caught that Mamma Mia before you left, because I know you like the song like a lot of people do. But anyway, I hope you caught that. But you take care, Mamma Mia. And next time we'll have the girls out for you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's right. It does take time, Dale. Yeah, so your whole lifestyle is work, camping, and getting towards not having to work anymore. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's good. Yes, Cheryl. As long as I'm in a neighborhood, which it's only what today? 12. It's only 7 more days. Yeah, yeah. Boy, I'm trying to count the days, and it's like, well, this is Sunday. That's Sunday. It's 7 days. Come on, dude. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, I plan on going on my. I don't think I'll be anywhere out of town or whatever at that point. I mean, if I was, I'd find a Wi-Fi spot. But yeah, I am planning to go live on my birthday, and that'll be a good birthday present to myself because I don't get much into the birthday thing. Like I abolished birthdays when I was 28 years old because I didn't want to age. But um, yeah, I don't do a big birthday thing. I don't. It's not a big thing to me. I mean, if someone remembers and says happy birthday, that's cool. It's wonderful. No, always obviously makes you feel good. If someone gives me some kind of gift, of whatever, I'm talking small things or whatever, that's great. But I don't put a big emphasis on it. It's just to me, it's just more or less just another day, kind of. But yeah. Anyway, I'm planning definitely going live on my birthday. I don't see why I won't. Um, yeah, so look forward to that. Oh, good idea, Backwoods Canada. Tweak that song, You Are My Son. Just mix it up a bit. That's a good one. Anyway, last week, I know I didn't sing anything at all. I had come there, I actually wrote down a song or two that I planned on doing, but just for some reason, I don't know why, I just never got around to it. And then when it was time to finish, I was like, oh, I didn't sing in that, and then I just left it at that. It's like someone said to me, like when I'm doing my videos, and I was putting songs in them all the time, and that, and they gave me a lot of good advice and said, some videos don't need songs. You don't always have to put songs, and you definitely don't have to make the songs loud like a lot of people do. They blast them into their video, and so you got to turn the volume down, stuff like that. So anyway, um, so yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't have to sing on every live, do I? Not every single time. Uh, I really don't know, Cheryl, whether my son knows how to get a hold of me. Um, they do know how to connect with me on Facebook, but I don't do Facebook anymore. Rarely, unless I see a notification. I'll look at the notification and there's something I don't care about. And most of the time I don't care about it. It's just a notification about something. But I would get a notification if they did. So, if they do try to contact me or whatever through Facebook, I would get the notification. But anyway, there's been no contact for a long time. And I'm not trying to sound callous or anything. I just don't care. You know, not all family members always get along. You can pick your friends, you can't pick your family. And sometimes just people don't see eye to eye or whatever it is, whatever's going on. And it really doesn't matter that much. I'm not broken up about it. I mean, he's an adult, he's a grown man, he can do what he wants. I mean, let's say he became a criminal and I wouldn't like him because of that, but that, it's still his choice. But that I'm not trying to compare it to that, but the thing is, it's not a big deal. We went through our stuff, just like the rest of my family, mom, dad, brother, sister, all that. Went through our stuff, and we just are on our own lives now. It's like they said in Genesis. They said this is the reason why a man and a woman. No, I can't remember exactly word for word, but this is the reason why a man will leave his family and cling unto his wife and become a new unit. You know what I mean? Your family's there because you got to be born somewhere. You grew up with these people you never expected to be with. You didn't have a choice. And then when you become old enough to leave the nest, then it's really up to you how you want to continue with your life. And it's the same with the rest of your family members. If they want to, I got hairs all over my face. they want to communicate with you and get along with you, that's fine. If they don't, they don't. I mean, families can be some of the worst units, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's not a big deal to me. I don't, it's not that, I shouldn't say I don't care. It's just, it doesn't bother me. It's not a big deal. You know, we had our moments together and that. I've said my things to him. He said his stuff to me. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. Sorry, I'm reading. Yeah, that's cool, Dale. You're hoping by the fall you can just not work anymore and just travel and enjoy and that. And then you say, however, freedom isn't free. It's kind of true in a way. Kind of true, yeah. It costs money, but still, it's freedom is about your freedom, your personal, how you feel, not so much about how much it costs. But no, that's a cool goal though. Is try and get yourself to a point where you don't have to work more. You can just travel and enjoy. And that's kind of where I'm at my situation, and that's basically why I started the YouTube channel. I wanted an extra passive income because, you know, your pension doesn't do it really, and that's why. And that's what the reason I started. But the reason I keep going is because it's enjoyable, and the reason for that is because of you guys. I've wanted to quit doing this for, you know, many times over the last, well, I guess I've been around 3 years now, I guess, or 2.5 or something. I wanted to quit lots of times for different reasons, you know, and sometimes it's just my health. You know, I can't deal with my health and make videos too or whatever. But the reason I keep doing it, the original reasons why I started and everything, are different than why I keep going. And the reason I keep going is because of all of you. And this is why I'm still here, is because of you. You guys pat yourself on the back for that, because you keep me going. Because every time I think of quitting, for whatever reason, I think of all the comments, all the wonderful comments I get from all of you guys. And then I'll go back and I'll read previous comments on previous videos. And then they just elate me so much that it's like, I can't quit for, even though it may be a small handful of people, let's say, I can't quit because of that, you know. I guess even if it was 6 or 12 people, you know, if it was that well received and I get that many fantastic comments, it's like, you know, how could I leave people hanging? What would they watch then? They'd watch Chrome and Emmy and Jeffy Bear and all sorts of people. I'm just having fun now. I'm so happy to be here, man. So much. There you go, Dale. See, you're new around here, and usually when somebody new shows up, someone here, either one of my subs here or I will say, we got a great friendly community here. We don't like non-friendly things, and that you'll see that, you know, and the communication between the viewers here, subscribers, viewers on the channel, back and forth, they're becoming friends, a good community of friends. So you're going to notice that, Dale. Carl I don't know if you're reading the comments. Some people do, some don't, but Carl's saying, hang in there, Dale, you will make it. Camping is wonderful. There's a lot of this camaraderie back and forth with everyone on the channel, and you're going to get used to that. And that's I guess in a nutshell why I haven't quit yet and why I keep going. I mean, I have people like Cheryl, you know, and I'm sorry, I'm not, you know, there's so many of you. Sorry, I'm not just trying to be singling anyone out, but there's so many of you like Cheryl that I don't know why necessarily, but they live for watching my shows and stuff. And I'm not trying to say it bad, but, you know, like, I guess I try to be modest, maybe too much. I don't know. See, there you go. Cheryl says she's glad I didn't quit because I've helped her so much. And I know that because she constantly tells me, you know, and everything. And that's great. And that's the community we have. friendly community. If anyone's not nice, they're gone. Just ask Billy. I don't know if he's still here or not, but Billy's one of the ones that's got the wrench for the moderator. So anyway. Oh, thank you, Dale. Thanks for the compliments and everything. Yeah, dogs are fabulous, man. They're such great company. They don't talk back to you like humans do. They love you unconditionally. And in my situation, I'm sure it should be with everybody that has a pet. At least that's should be the reason they get the pet. But anyway, my situation, those dogs make all the difference in the world to my enjoying life. Baby, when I first got Baby, she was only 8.5 weeks old. She was this big. I was in my most miserable medical condition. I didn't want to go on anymore. She came along. She got me off the bed, I was in a tent at the time, out of the tent, halfway around the block, then one block, then two blocks. Just changed my life. Dogs, pets, whatever your preference is, just make an amazing difference to your life. Absolutely. But yes, I cook in my little tiny trailer all the time. Now I'm only eating one meal a day because of medical condition and all that kind of apparently daily fasting and have one meal a day is good for you. But anyway, even though I only do one now, I do pretty much all of them in the tiny house. I got my little folding Coleman stove there, propane, and but I cook everything in there. The only time I wouldn't cook in there is if I went and got something from some restaurant or something, or something to go, or something that I went to let's say the Bilo or one of the grocery chains and picked up a salad and something that didn't need cooking, was just already done, and I just sit down and eat it. But yeah, I cook a lot in there, and I used to do a lot of cooking shows. My subs will tell you that. I haven't done too much cooking with Kent much for a while because I don't eat much, so it's hard to cook a really fancy big meal and not have anyone to help you eat it. I don't want to throw it in the garbage. I hate wasting food. I hate it. One of my pet peeves is throwing food away, But anyway, yeah. You got that right, exactly, Dale. Yeah, there's so many places to explore and look in. Ghost towns and stuff. They're creepy and cool. But Pemberton, I've actually never been in Pemberton. I'm dying to go to Pemberton. That's another one. Never ever got to Pemberton. I've been through Merritt and all those places and that, but there's a way you can go. You can drive up to Squamish and then continue on to Whistler, and you can go past Whistler and get to Pemberton that way and go into Merritt from there, apparently. But you can go up past Whistler and end up in Pemberton. And I've been as far as Whistler. I've been all up and down Squamish and Whistler and all that area in between many times, but I've never been past Whistler, and I've always been dying to take that longer trip and going to Pemberton. I've heard lots about it. It's great. Oh, hey Glenn, how are you doing? How's it going? Glad you could make it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, especially for this video. I think it's more, let's say, I don't know, entertaining or interesting. We had a lot of interesting subjects there, so yeah, go back and check it out and see. Hey Gloria, how you doing? Hello. A couple of people are late. Holy cow, we're over 2 hours. Wow, this one just flew by. Wow. I don't know how much longer we'll be here. The girls are in the truck. They'll be fine. They're parked in the shade under a tree, and all the windows open, so they'll survive. It's just, they get bored and they miss me and stuff like that, and they want to come out.
So it's gonna make your life so much easier.
So I gotta catch up here.
Okay. All right. Take care.
Yeah. So anyway, Backwoods Canada. Backwoods Canada mentioned not too long ago that they got the wild silver sage out here. And I know exactly what you're talking about. I see it, and I know I can tell it's the sage. I did not know it was edible. That's another cool thing for the wild foraging and all that. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I am going to. I'm going to check out this wild silver sage here. Apparently, it's edible. It's great, savory for your foods. Let's say your meats, stews, soups, whatever, and also just to eat as a fresh herb and stuff like that. So I will be, because I like sage. I do like, the regular garden sage, and I do like that. And the flavor in that is probably going to be quite similar, but I am going to check it out. And making a tea out of it too, it'll help maybe add another element to, let's say, one of the teas I make. Possibly, I'll see, but I am definitely going to look into that for sure. And I really appreciate all the advice and information you give me and tips and stuff. It's really cool. Gives me more stuff to look for and do and promote and make a video of and stuff like that. Anyway, back to Dale here. You have a serious heart condition. That's too bad. With all my ailments all through my body, the only thing that is not a problem is the strongest thing in my whole body is my heart. I actually went through a test for that years ago. That was hard, man. They wire you up and everything, and then they put you on this treadmill and they make you do this and work your heart. It was like I was ready to collapse, man. It was like, oh, workout. And I sat down, I was like, oh, I was winded and I was tired, and I was like, oh my God, that wore me out. And the doctor looks at the chart and he goes, well, it might have wore you out, but he says, you got a really strong heart. He says, probably the strongest part of your whole body. So I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, heart condition, I don't know what that'd be like. I'm sure it's tricky. You got to work around it, that. But yeah, that's, like you say, one of the good reasons for you to be self-employed is so that you can just chill and do it on your time and that, and you're not pushed and stressed and on a time frame and somebody behind you going, hey, get going, stressing you out and that and working, making your heart condition worse, right? It's good. Another place I haven't been, Brady in BC. No. But that's cool. No, these I'm dying to check out a lot of these places that I've never been, and a number of people, my subscribers, I guess, have been and tell me how wonderful it is, and it makes me want to go more. I'm doing well, Glenn. Doing well. You've been out cutting the grass, and you've been having a lot of rain lately. Eh? It's been sunny and beautiful, warm, and windy here, but we haven't had any rain. We had a light. I think it was the first night or the second night I was here. We had a little rain, mild, nothing big, but it's been sunny and beautiful ever since I got here. Absolutely gorgeous. Excuse me, I'm getting the it's not heartburn. It's not reflux. It's just a thing, kind of belching up all the time, and you have no control over it. Anyway, that's yeah. So yeah, but we definitely need the rain. Nothing's going to grow without the rain, so we have to have that once in a while. You got the rain this time. When we get the rain, you'll probably have nice sunny weather. But anyway. How many we've not as many people as normal, but that's okay. Anyway, Glenn, I'm just loving it here. I'm so glad I finally made it. I was really stressed out, depressed. You name it. And it wasn't about where I was. It was about being stuck somewhere and not being able to go do what you wanted. And now I'm here, and it's like, finally, man. It's almost like, how do I want to put this? It's almost after like 25 years. God smiled on me and dropped this beautiful place in my lap, sort of thing. You know, it just a big weight off my shoulder. I feel amazingly good, and I hope it doesn't go away, because every day I get up, I just realize and remember how wonderful I'm feeling compared to what I was over there. But yeah, I hope this feeling just never stops, and I'm sure it won't. But I'm so glad. I'm so happy. You know, I'm like a new person, in a sense, very much. Anyway, I actually had this. I don't know why. I almost decided after that one Sunshine song. I thought, well, that's all I need. But anyway, the funny thing was, last time the last live show last Sunday, I actually had a couple of things written down, and for some reason I just never got around to it. Anyway, this is one it's crossed my mind a number of times over the time. I just never remembered to write it down and would forget about it. Well, one I wanted to try for a while. Anyway, it's kind of, I thought last week it would have been probably more relevant, I guess. But it's probably just as relevant today, because Friday you saw the tail, like there's 3 steps to the journey. I'm off the island, then I'm on the way, and then I think it was 3 steps, yeah, 3 steps to get here. Anyway, last video was me showing up at Carameus, where that's my first #1 stop, right? And it was a journey. So there was the first part of the journey, and then the second and third part of the journey. So, and because of that, I wrote this down. Anyway, no, Dale, I don't have a fridge cooler yet. I've wanted that for a long period of time. So I do have a way, like I can grab meat and perishables and put them in a little bucket in the shade in the cool, and I can keep them for as much as 3 days, and then that's about it. But so I'm juggling it pretty good, and I get the meat mostly for the dogs anyway. But no, I've been wanting an actual DC fridge freezer unit for a long time, and it will be coming. I might just get the freezer unit, because I can freeze everything and then just pull it out when I not want it. I don't necessarily need the fridge, except for maybe, you know, lettuce and vegetables and fruit and stuff like that. But it will be coming. Eventually I will get one. But anyway, back to this. Hope you enjoy this. And I'm sure you know what it is. On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sand and hills and rings. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz, and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed, and the story it told of a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with the life underground and a perfect disguise above. Under the cities lies a heart made of ground, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. I did that one in full with all the la 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 as well, because that's how happy I feel. You got it, Cheryl. America. Yeah. Wow. I think I was 16 when that came out. 15 or 16. Nice, cool tune. Glad you recognized it. I'm sure everyone knows that song. It's A Horse with No Name. Good song. Thank you very much. Actually, Glenn, I did do I did that one, You and Me and a Dog Named Boo. I did that one time, and I don't think you were around. But you mentioned it. People are making my dogs bark. You had mentioned it, and then I went and I got it, put it together, and I did it. And then I don't think you were there that time. But anyway, I did do it. I'll do it again sometime. Yeah, that's another good one. I've done that before, Carl. I used to do that with my beer. Put it in a bag and put it in the river. Stayed nice and cold. But anyway, yeah, you can do that with your meat and other food stuff. Put it in a completely waterproof bag and put it in a river, nice cool river, and it'll stay cool and fresh for a long time. It's actually a good tip, and I've done that lots. That should be my logo song, me and you and a dog named Boo. But my dog's name's Baby and the other one's Angel. We have to build a song that says me and, well, there's no you, so me and Baby and a dog named Angel. I don't know. I don't have to do that, but anyway. I don't know where it is. I'm not sure where that one is. It won't be. I am absolutely not sure where I put that one. I have got so many books, so many songs written down. A lot of them I haven't even done yet. I don't even know if I can do them, but I have to organize them all, put them maybe in alphabetical order or something, because I cannot find anything I'm looking for anymore until after I need it. No, it won't be in this one. No. It's got to be in this one. How can it be in? It can't be in that one. Can it? Ah, what do you know? I'm not really good at this one either. I did it, even when I did it the last time, it's like, there's parts like I don't quite get the tune or whatever and stuff. Angel and Baby and Kent. Great crew. That's a good one. I like that. King of the Road. That's it. That's another one. Trailers for sale or rent. Rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means. King of the Road. I think, you know, I thought of that a while ago. That should be my theme song. I just haven't decided that's the one, but yeah, that could be my theme song, King of the Road. I like it. And I actually did that at karaoke, so I know I can sing it. I'm not saying I'm a good singer. I'm just saying I can pull it off. But anyway, yeah, that's a good one. That could be my theme song. I remember to this day the bright red Georgia clay how it stuck to the tires after the summer rain. Willpower made that old truck car go. A woman's mind told me that so. Oh, how I wish we were back on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and living on the land. Me and you and a dog named Boo, how I love being a free man. I can still recall the wheat fields of St. Paul and the morning we got caught robbing from an old hen. Old MacDonald, he made us work, but then he paid us for what it was worth. Another tank of gas and back on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and living off the land. Me and you and a dog named Boo, how I love being a free man. I'll never forget the day we motored stately into big LA. The lights of the city put settling down in my brain. Though it's only been a month or so, that old car's begging us to go. We gotta get away and get back on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and living off the land. Me and you and a dog named Boo, how I love being a free man. That could be a theme song too, except that my dog's not named Boo and there's no you. It's just me and my dogs. And I hope I did that enough to satisfy you there, Glenn. I just thought I'd throw it in there because you had mentioned it before and you never got to hear it, I guess, and I should, I don't know, do that for you. And all of you. I'm sure you all like that song too. I don't see why not, but you're welcome and you're welcome. It is a cool song. When first time I heard it, you know, I've liked it ever since. It's, you know, it's a happy, uplifting tune, and it's about a cool kind of lifestyle, I guess, and one that, you know, I mean, this lifestyle, living on the road and doing that. I mean, I've always, I guess, admired it or thought it would be cool and all that. I just never, you know, couldn't do it growing up and having to work and pay the rent and all that kind of stuff. And this is the time of my life. Actually, for the last 25 years, I wanted to do this for my life, but now I'm at the point that I can do it. So yeah, it's a really cool, uplifting tune. Anyway, I got a funny feeling that's my singing for the day. Wow, 2 hours and 37 minutes. Wow. We're getting close to beating my record again, but it feels like, it's starting to feel like it's been a while now, and my girls are, I know. No, Carl's in Alabama there, Glenn. Carl's in Alabama. I just thought I'd answer for you, Carl. Sorry. Thank you, Cheryl. You say that a lot, and thank you. That means a lot to me. And you know, that's when I was talking about quitting and all that kind of, that's the kind of stuff that keeps me from quitting. And you know, you say you love my smile, it makes your day. You like to, excuse me. You like when I sing, it makes your day. You like when you see my dogs, it makes your day. You know, these are the reasons from all of you that I keep on going, is because, I don't know, I guess in a part of me would feel like, well, if I quit, I would let a bunch of people down. You know, I don't have thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers. You know, I'm not huge and big and all that. Oh, here comes some doggies. Someone's got one on a leash and one off leash, and they're coming over into the park here. My dogs are gonna go nuts. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's the kind of thing that, I mean, if I wasn't getting comments like that from you, Cheryl, and a lot of other people here, my wonderful community part of my channel, I just, you know, I might have quit. If I wasn't, but you know, I just feel that I've hit a nerve or something, a good nerve in a certain group of people, which is wonderful, and I look forward to it. And so I guess part of me feels that if I did quit, I would I'd probably feel bad for a long time, feeling I let some people down. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's you guys that keep me from quitting, and I want you to really understand that. And I love you guys. I love all of you. You're fantastic. You say I make your day, all of you do, but in the same token, you all make my day. This is, I might have mixed feelings before I get to this live show, and then maybe after, I don't know. But while I'm on the show and I'm with you guys, it makes a huge difference in me, in my feelings, emotions, and all that. So, anyway, sorry, I just read another comment. Anyway, that's why I keep going. And oh, I actually forgot you were probably going to ask that question, Cheryl. But anyway, I get back to Glenn. Glenn. Does my baby do the hanky panky? I actually had thought of that once or twice in the past. Just it popped in my head, man. I thought that was funny. My baby does the hanky panky. My baby does the hanky panky. Yeah, no, my dog doesn't do the hanky panky. Well, she was when she was doing the puppies. I guess she had to do the hanky panky to have the puppies, but we're not having any more puppies, so no more hanky panky. My baby was doing a hanky panky, not anymore. Cute comment, Glenn. Thank you. So what am I doing for the rest of the day, Cheryl? Actually, my buddy, we got some things to do on the truck. This is a part, I was going to tell you this right at the beginning, and I just forgot all about it. So there's more I have to tell you before I leave today. So my friend and I were talking about what to do with my tiny house and trailer and the truck and everything like that. Where to go from there. And anyway, there's some issues with the truck. It's one of the issues is the clutch, and it was supposed to have gotten done. My friend paid for it to be done, and apparently, by the looks of it, what he says is the person that did it was paid to do it, didn't do it, or didn't do it properly or something, because the issue's still there. So there's a clutch issue that could be expensive. But the thing with the battery, it turns out it might not be the battery and the connectors and all that. It might be because it seems like the battery's not always charging up, or it's always charging when it shouldn't be always charging, that sort of thing. Anyway, there's a possibility that the alternator is just going. It's just slowly dying, and that's where these issues pop in. The truck will be fine for a while, and then it just won't start. It's like, what? It's a really strange situation, but that could be what it is the alternator. So there's the alternator, there's the clutch we got to deal with. I got to do an oil change. I got to check the fluids in the rear end, the fluids in the transmission. We got to do a tune-up. Did I say oil change? Yeah. We basically got to do a full-on. Sorry. These people on motorbikes with their stereos is just insane. You can hear them a mile away. Anyway, so there's going to be a lot of stuff, and that's going to be whether I'm going to keep the truck or sell it, because it's going to depend on how much it's going to cost. Like if it's going to cost, let's say $3,000-$4,000 to do all these things, it's probably better to just sell the truck and get onto something else. You know what I mean? So we're working on that. Anyway, what I'm doing the rest of the day, I don't have really any plans. I don't want to think of much anymore. I just want to relax, enjoy every moment as it comes at me, and not plan nothing. Well, plan very little. Like I'll plan to go fishing, and that'll be a purposeful plan. But I'm just enjoying relaxing and having fun. So anyway, my buddy, he came this morning. He was going to bring the battery. He's charging up my other battery and testing it. We're going to drop that in there, and we're going to put probably new clamps. Those clamps will go on the battery nodes. I'll probably do that. And my air filter was really, really full, and I should have actually replaced it before I left the island. So it's plugged and full, and that just affects mostly your gas mileage, you know, when it can't breathe properly. But anyway, he came and he took the filter out of the truck before I came down here to do the live, and went to Lordco to pick up a new air filter, and he's going to bring that back. We're going to put the new air filter in, possibly try out that other battery. Then after that, I'm not really sure. So basically, once it's done, I'm not actually, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I was going to say I'm just going to wait here until he shows up, but it doesn't matter because I'm only 1 minute down the road where my tiny house is. So, and it's nice, it's clouded over, and it's a good breeze, and it just feels just, you're cooling down and being comfortably warm at the same time. It's just a nice feeling. It's so being in the tiny house, I'm not going to cook right now because it's shady and windy, so it's going to be nice and cool sitting in there. Anyway, so we're going to look into that. I don't know what I'm going to do after he shows up, because, you know, we'll put the air filter in. We might look at other things, talk about stuff. We might put the battery in, and it'll just be like, you know, what he says and what he's willing to do, and whether he's got time to do more than that or whatever, you know, that'll depend. But I mean, basically, today I don't care. I don't care. I just want to enjoy this feeling. I don't want this feeling to kind of ever go away. So I don't want to push myself. I don't want to make too many tentative plans, because sometimes I make plans and I beat myself up if I don't get to them, and I think, well, why are you doing that? Stop doing that. Anyway, to be totally honest, other than doing that with the truck and that, and depending on how long my friend's going to stick around and how much we're going to do on that, the only other thing is I'm going to sit and relax, enjoy my girls, maybe go for a walk. I do have to go down to the store though, and grab some more groceries for at least tonight for the girls and me, because we're down to almost nothing again. And interesting thing is, I was going to go yesterday, and I was actually, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I had my generator running. I had to charge up the laptop. I had to charge my phone. I had to charge my 2 battery packs for charging my phone, because of having issues with the battery in the truck and that, and trying to charge everything up by using the cigarette lighter. I had to stay away from that because we didn't want to put any let's say a parasitic drain on the battery in the system while we're trying to figure it out. So I did that. So anyway, while I was doing that, I was going, okay, as soon as I'm done charging everything up, I'm going to take off, go to the Bilo and grab some grub. And anyway, just before I turned the generator off, this woman shows up, and she was admiring the tiny house, like, you know, just like everyone shows up and oh, I love your little house. Can I have a look? Can I take pictures? Can I do this? And we just had an amazing conversation. I think we talked for 3 hours. Amazing. And one thing, probably at least 50 or 60% of our conversation, maybe more, maybe 70 or something, but was about our favorite subject, Father in Heaven and Yeshua Mashiach, Jesus, our hero. It was, we're just in that zone. We were just talking about Jesus and the book and reading the scriptures, and you know, I'd mentioned something, say I remember this one, what it said there, and I was trying to quote it from my head, and all of a sudden she just pulls it up on her phone and says, "This one you mean?" Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Amazing conversation. Anyway, long story short, she had this car full of food. So she gave me a huge bag of this organic arugula, and I love arugula. I really do. It's a wonderful tasting salad ingredient. And I eat it all by itself a lot of times. I'll just eat the arugula. Love it. So a big bag of arugula. She gave me a donair, full donair. I guess, I don't know, maybe I guess she had too much food and didn't get to it. And I'm not sure if it wasn't really a samosa, but it was like a samosa kind of thing. And she gave me these sauces and stuff to go with it. Yeah, she gave me a bunch of food, and I was like, whoa, okay. And then I opened my cupboard and I found some tuna in there that I forgot that I even had. So actually, I just opened the tuna and gave the tuna to the dogs, and they actually like it once in a while. I only do that maybe once every couple of months or anything, but like they don't really dive into it, but they do enjoy it when they have it. Same with salmon. They won't eat it all the time, but it was good. So I gave them tuna. I had the food, the donair, and everything that the woman left me, and it was great. So that I didn't have to go anywhere yesterday at all, and today now I do, because unless someone else comes along and gives me food. But anyway, that's kind of the basics of the plan for the rest of the day. Not a big plan. I'm going to see what happens with the truck and my friend and how much we're going to do there. And like I say, other than that, just sit around, enjoy my girls, and maybe go for a walk. Enjoy the day, enjoy everything. That's someone else's dog. It's up on in the kitty. I'll show you. Oh, it came down. That dark dog there. Whoops, I don't know if you could see that much, but it was up on the play thing with the kid, and it was barking because it wants to play too, and it wants to go down the slide, and really cute, acting really cute. Noisy but cute. Now you probably hear my dogs in the background. Anyway, that's it for the day. I can't think of anything else. There's nothing important on the plate right now. I got some videos up. I got more videos that are in the process to be coming up. I think I got videos that'll take me pretty much to the end of May here. So that's getting out of the way. I don't have to stress about that part. That's the only thing I would stress about, is making sure I get my videos out on time and they're all finished with the thumbnails, the details, before you see them. And other than that, I don't... It's getting noisy around here. After that, I don't really stress about too much at all. But
Thank you.
people everywhere now. Anyway, I noticed your comment there. Yeah, you got some brown eggs there, Cheryl, and yeah, they do taste better. You notice the difference, right? When I have my organic brown eggs or my duck eggs and that, and then if I eat a white egg, it's almost like they're bland and there's no flavor there. It's almost like culture shock going backwards, but yeah. And then if you try duck eggs, even more flavor, more taste, more creamier too. Very nice duck eggs. I noticed my phone is actually starting to tilt now. I got electrician's tape holding it together because this old cheap gimbal I got, my first gimbal, it's been breaking and falling apart. They're cheap, they're made in China. And the tape just seems to want to wear out and have the phone tip over. But yeah, how about 250? We're getting close to beating the record here, Cheryl. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to go take you over and see the girls. Oh, my legs! I've been sitting too long. Oh, I can hardly walk. Oh, this is crazy. Oh. When you sit or lie in the position for too long, it's like rigor mortis sets in. I feel like I'm coming back from the dead. Listen to this noise. There's baby. She's looking at me. I got to go around the other side. Trees in the way. What's up, little babies? What's up, little girls? You miss me? Do you miss me? I can't let you out. Oh, she's baby's really. Stop. Just a minute. Stop doing that. No, stay there. You can't come out. Hey, get up. Sorry about that. Get up. No, you can't come out because you won't play nice with the other dogs, okay? You won't. I know it. And I know you miss me. Yeah, baby's really like, I guess I could say baby is, what's the word I'm looking for? I hate that. Age really affects your brain. I guess baby's got separation anxiety with me. We've been together for at least 6 years, and I had her since she was 8.5 weeks old. Little tiny thing, and she fell in love with me. We fell in love with each other, and she's been like my shadow and attached to my hip ever since. And I've never generally gone anywhere without her unless I had to, like at the dentist. You know, or I go into the grocery store. That's why I wish I could get them, turn them into service dogs, because that way I could go to the grocery store with them. I could go anywhere, the dentist, anywhere. There was nowhere I can't go with them, and that would be wonderful, because Angel's right from the beginning got used to me, you know, going away for short periods of time and stuff. She got used to it. But Baby, probably my mistake in a way, but Baby was always attached to my hip, and she has a harder time with it. She gets more separation anxiety. Look at that cute little face there. There's the other one. Whoops. Keep forgetting which way to turn it. Hi, Angel. Baby. Oh, I got a mirror image here, so I'm not... There you go. She says, Dad, don't pet me out. Let me out. You see that? Anyway, sorry, girls. I can't, because there's doggies here. And you know how you don't play well with others. You know that, right? Right? Huh? All right. Yeah, look at that. Look at that face. Look at that little face. Yeah. I'm sorry, girls. I know you're frustrated and everything, but it won't be long now. I just can't do it for you. Anyway, I hope none of this, you missed any of this, because I don't think I need Wi-Fi for my phone. It'll run off my data plan, but I only need the Wi-Fi for the laptop. But hope you caught all that. It's quieted down a bit, hasn't it? Not so many dogs barking, kids screaming, and adults having to yell at the kids. Okay, here we are. Here, I'll just show you this here, if I can. Just set up here, got my laptop there, and my books for the songs and notes, and empty coffee cup and that. I got a chessboard right here in front of me. I guess people come out here and play chess or checkers or whatever it is. Anyway. These two dogs are just having a ball playing here. Anyway. Yeah, those girls are so cute and wonderful, aren't they? Why didn't I think of that, Cheryl? Next time I will bring a pillow to sit on. Yeah, these are rock solid. They're made of cement or something. What do you call that? Congregate or aggregate or whatever. Basically, it's cement with rocks in it. But yeah, why didn't I think of that? A pillow. That would have been smart. Oh, you're taking off, Glenn? You take care of Glenn, and I'm glad you could make it. And yeah, I'm glad you really enjoy these and look, the lives and my videos and everything, and look forward to it. It's great. Like I said earlier, this is why I keep going, is because of people like you, all of you. Yeah. Okay, Carl. I hope you haven't gone yet, Carl. I just noticed that. Carl said, I have to go. We're almost out of bacon. You can never be out of bacon. You always have to have bacon on hand. I have to go to the store for bacon, yeah. I haven't had bacon in a while. I might even get some today, but I don't know. Because I do have to go down to the store and grab things. I might actually, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Just because you asked the question, Cheryl. I'm not sure. I might, when I'm done the live, I might go down and grab some groceries and then go back to the house and wait for my friend down there. That way it's out of the way and I don't have to actually wait for my friend, get all that done, and then try and hit the store before it closes. That might be a better idea. Only 9 minutes, eh, Cheryl? 9 minutes to go, eh? Well, I guess we're going to stay here for 12 minutes. We got to beat it and then some. Yeah, so I think that's a better idea. I'll go down and grab the grub after we're done here, and then go back to the house and just wait for my friend to show up. I mean, it doesn't matter whether I'm at the grocery store there, or I'm sitting here, or I'm sitting in my tiny house, or wherever I'm parked in town here. Even if I'm parked in the truck away from the house, my friend will just see me. I mean, there's almost nowhere you can park and hide here, just about. I'd have to search for a place to hide where he'd have to search to look for me. But anyway, it doesn't matter where I am, he'll find me and see me. And that's really great for around here. My dog's just going and going and going and going. I'm just making sure no one's antagonizing them on purpose. No, nobody's bugging them. They just bark at people and dogs and going and anyway, 9 more minutes. Well, I guess it's about 8 minutes now, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah. There goes that dog again. Yeah. So, I'm losing my train of thought again. My neck is actually getting. So I need. That's what I should have done when I was at the truck. I don't know if you're still there, Carl, or if you left, but I need some of my meds now. I'm starting to feel it, and it doesn't take long, but I can power through it for a while, if I want to or have to or something. But right now is normally the time I would just go and grab some meds and go. I need to level out because I'm crashing. The pain up my neck, in my head, all around my midriff, and my abdomen, my belly, my lower belly, everywhere, like right down to the tops of my legs and everything. Just, oh man. And it all stems from your solar plexus. That's your center. And that's where all the Crohn's, diverticulitis, all those bad IBDs are right around your solar plexus. And if your solar plexus is having issues, it's going to affect every part of your body, right to the very edges. And that's one of the biggest problems with like the IBDs, like I was saying, is how it affects your solar plexus. That's your center. It's like the center of your universe, or it's like your sun or something. I can't explain it totally medically that way, but yeah, everything, I guess, energy-wise and all that sort of stuff starts from your center. So much noise around here right now. It's probably not as loud for you that it is me. It's getting to the point. I almost can't hear myself talk. You know what I mean? Tuesday's video. See, I lose track. I wish I should have brought my other old phone. I could have, on the Wi-Fi, I could look it up, and I'm pretty positive the one coming up on Tuesday is called Fish Bus. All I'm going to say. The rest you'll have to see for yourself. But I hope you like it. I think it's interesting. I'm not saying it's a really cool, wonderful video or super entertaining, but I think it's interesting. And I think a lot of people will like it. I mean, I certainly enjoyed doing it, building it, creating it, filming it, and talking to the person. And I enjoyed afterwards too, a lot. But anyway, I think it's better if you're just surprised instead of knowing what's coming. But I hope you like it all. Oh, you're still there. You're waiting for your wife, are you, Carl? I wasn't sure if you were actually leaving or if you were just making a joke about, we're running out of bacon. I better get out of here. It's like me with butter. I can't have, if there's no butter in my house, I panic. I stress. It's like, I gotta have butter in my house. I do everything with butter. I'm not as bad as I used to be, because I eat less. I only eat the 1 meal a day instead of 3. And I don't make big meals. They're small meals, and they're very simplistic. I mean, cook any type of eggs except for boiled. I throw butter in a pan to cook them. Got to do that. I don't with meat. I don't necessarily. Sometimes I do, but I just fry it up, make it taste delicious. I don't necessarily need the butter, but yeah, in the past it was like I always had to have butter, and I always had them extra butter in the freezer, so I didn't run out. But bacon, yeah. Oh, you're making me hungry. But anyway, yeah, Carl. I mentioned you on this one coming up on Tuesday too, and there's bacon involved, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Oh, well, that's cool. You may or may not ever get to Canada, but it's nice that you enjoy getting to see Canada through my videos. That's cool, and that's what I try to do. I notice a lot of people out there that have the YouTube channel. It doesn't matter what they're doing, van life or whatever. A lot of them their videos. I don't know how to put it. I wouldn't say the videos are that great because they film themselves doing stuff, but they're only filming they're not showing you the scenery and that and the really cool stuff. I want to show you what it looks like and what you're seeing from my point of view, and I know, when I'm filming certain things, like where I was parked there and I was showing you the side of the mountain there, it's pretty ominous looking, just standing there, but you don't get the full effect in the video, but I hope you get enough of it that you get pretty much the feeling I'm feeling. But yeah, that's my whole point. I want to show you what I see out there when I'm doing stuff, not just looking at my face all the time. I don't see a good point in just looking at someone's face all the time and watching videos every time. All you see is their face and they're talking. I mean, I guess for the lives, it's a totally different thing. But for the videos, I like to try and make them entertaining when I can, because it's just about our lives. So whether our lives are entertaining or not, but I like you to see things the way I see them and from our perspective and all the beautiful scenery and views and stuff there is to see out here. Yeah, so I hope it's working, that you get to see Canada through my eyes or my videos. That's the plan. But that's good. No, I mean, and I think there's so many places I want to go. I want to go across Canada. I want to go all through BC. I'd like to go down to the States and do that, but I can't do them all. And there's some things I'm just not going to get to, probably. Like going down to the States, I would actually love to go and tour all through the States, every single state, and spend a long time doing it, probably, 3 or 4 months or something, like as much time as I can, so I can see pretty much as much of it that's out there, and come by and maybe visit people like you, Cheryl, or Carl, or whatever. But I got a funny feeling we're not going to get to that. I don't know. But yeah, and that's why I watch a lot of videos too, is because I like to see places I may never get to through someone else's camera lens or through their eyes or something, which is cool. I won't go without you, Carl. I won't go anywhere without you guys. What I get up to and I see pretty much in my daily life and stuff is everything that you're going to see. There's only some things I'm not going to film and show you. But yeah, I mean, that's the point of my whole channel, is basically, forget the name of the channel. I could call it lots of things, but basically, all it is it's about me and my dog, or now my 2 dogs, now that Angel's around, and basically what we get up to in our lives, trying to live permanently in this little tiny shack on a trailer. And that's the essence of the shows. Our lives, like, we're making a movie of our lives so someone else can watch it. Anyway, another thing I was going to mention, like right at the beginning. So I think we just beat the record, didn't we, Cheryl? Or we're hitting right on or something. I don't know, but I think we've passed already. This is probably my longest live yet. It's going to be by the time we're done anyway. Another thing too is, okay, I've been not really stressing over it, but I've been trying to balance and juggle this in my head and that, what to do next and all that. And the thing is someone's smoking something. Just went whoosh right past me. Anyway, yeah, it's the tiny little house is cute as hell. Everyone loves it. It's unique, and I'd hate to kind of not have it and take it with me a lot, because it is probably the beginning draw to people into our channel and our lives, is usually first the house, right? And I think it's so cute and wonderful and unique. And then there's, of course, the dogs, and then there's the kilts. Um, you know, um, but the thing is it's not convenient. It's not efficient. It's very small. There's not enough space in it. It's a camper, so that you've lost a ton of space in there. I need something better. What I need is what I originally wanted when I found the tiny house. I wanted a motorhome, which I couldn't afford. And I found that little tiny house on a trailer for a stupidly low price, which I could afford, and it would save us from living in a tent in the winter. So I mean, I have to sell it. I have to and move on to a motorhome, the right situation for me and my dogs. More comfortable, everything's more organized. I have more space for stuff, and it'll be just way better. It's what I have to do. So I have to sell the little tiny house. I will definitely miss it a lot because you always got to move on and move up to bigger things and progress and that. But the thing is when that house came along, it basically saved our lives from living out in a wilderness or in a tent in the winter, that sort of thing. It gave us, like, when we got that, it's like we'll never be homeless again because we got a house. We got a tiny house. It's on a trailer, but it's our house. That's the first house I've ever owned. Believe it or not, I've never owned a house. I've rented apartments, whatever, homes, bedrooms, whatever. I've never actually owned my own home, and that's the first house I've ever owned. But I mean, because of that, it's very sentimental, and I'll probably miss it like crazy, and I'm gonna have trouble possibly letting it go. But I know I have to, for my own sake, my own comfort, my dog's comfort, everything. It's just I have to progress and move forward, and it will be kind of a sad, melancholy situation because because like it saved me. But my concept is I wish I could afford not to sell it and just go get my own motorhome, and I could keep it. And when there's a plan that I'd like to have my own property or somewhere to be, even if it's a camp on Crown land or something like that. Eventually, I'd like to be situated, kind of thing, and it'd be cool to have that. Let's say I got my own property. It'd be cool to have that little tiny house sitting there, and I could maybe attach it to a new house I put there. Just I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's the whole situation is sentimental. It wasn't like, oh, I bought this and it's like, it's going to be cool for a while, and then I'm going to move on. There's a lot more to it. Like that. It was my challenging life that brought that into my life to take care of us and help us and keep us dry and warm and everything. So it's going to be a tough thing, and I hope it doesn't affect my channel, which I kind of don't think it will. I think that's probably the least relevant thing there, is if I get rid of it. I think that'll be the least effect on my channel, but that's what I have to do. So, and with the lady that stopped by and dropped off food yesterday, she does that sort of thing on the side. Like, she's helping other people find things or sell things and that. So I just said, hey, help me sell this or whatever. And she's, yeah, sure, whatever. Anyway, so I'm thinking pretty quick here. I'm going to slap a for sale sign on it, see what happens. It'd probably be best to sell the whole thing, house and trailer, all in one unit. Probably the simplest, best for not just me, but the person purchasing. But I'll sell them separately if I have to. I have prices in my head. It's probably going to happen. And like I say, it will be kind of sad and melancholy in that. And I will miss it as time goes on. But, sometimes you just got to move on, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that come through my life that, maybe I wish I still had, or I remember them and I'm feeling, oh, that was so cool and that, and I wish I still had, that kind of deal. Yeah, I did beat it. I am now. We're at 3 hours and 13 minutes. It's 14 minutes coming up. So we're definitely the longest one yet. So we did beat it, Cheryl. Yeah. Yes, getting the extra YouTube banner on the bottom there helped, because because the one on the banner itself was so small, people would read that and they were wondering what it was, and it took them a while to actually see that little tiny YouTube there. So getting that other bigger YouTube thing, it really helped a lot because people right away they see the banner and they realize right away it's a YouTube channel. It did help because people stop and they'll take a picture and then they'll go home and they'll watch my show and then subscribe, or they'll stop and talk to me or whatever and then subscribe right away. I don't have to go out of my way to tell them so much now. It's more obvious, so that works. Yeah. Okay, good night, Carl. Take care and get extra bacon. But yeah, you take care, Carl. We'll see you next time, and I'll keep you updated on that parcel. I'm gonna try and get on that right away. I haven't actually checked Craigslist for an RV. I haven't been on Craigslist for ages. Any of those ones. I usually go to Facebook Marketplace and a couple other sites. My friend actually has, I don't know, he finds stuff, man. He's just amazing. It's going to take too much to explain this, but he finds stuff and he finds them at a good price. So he's got this little, how do I put this? I wanted to say connection of some sort, like, in a group or whatever, but he doesn't. He's just, because of what he does, like he's a mechanic, a body man and all that, and that's the kind of stuff he does. He works on things and stuff. He's just in that mode or whatever, and just runs across things, or things come to him and he finds them. He gets really good deals on really good quality vehicles and stuff. So yeah, he's got his eye open too. So that's what, oh man. I hope it doesn't. This is where it really gets problematic. I get the heartburn, like, oh my God, you want to die. Sometimes it comes and then goes down again, and I'm hoping, because my pills are way over there. Oh my God. It can be painful. Yes, I was actually going to say that when I was at the truck. For everybody, I will give the girls a hug and a kiss for all of you there. I know I didn't get a chance, and circumstance and all that, but once we're done here and I go back, I'm going to give them a hug and kiss for each and every one of you out there. But yeah, so that's the thing. I think I've been putting it off. I was going to put a sign on it when I was on the island, sell it before I left the island, and then just use my truck, have the canopy and sleep in the truck or something, but it just didn't come around, and I guess I was procrastinating to some degree, and I've just come to the realization I have to do it now. I mean, if I'm going to do it, I don't want to do it in winter. I want to do it in really good weather, because if I'm in between vehicles units, at least I could sleep in a tent for a night or two or a week or whatever. It doesn't matter. I could sleep in the back of my truck. It doesn't matter. So this is a good time of year, and I should just do it right now. No matter how I feel or how much I'm going to miss it or anything, I'm going to. It's just something I have to do. So I just want to tell you guys that before it all happened. Give you the heads up. But yeah, I'm going to slap a sign on there. I'm going to sell the tiny house and the trailer. Either or both together, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. And then I got the truck. We're going to figure out the truck, either sell it or fix it and keep it. That's up in the air. But what I really do need is a motorhome. I don't want a big one. I just want one that's anywhere from 18 to 22 feet. Somewhere 20 feet would be perfect. That would be the perfect size. Just a small motorhome, just enough space. And actually, a small motorhome that size is actually shorter than my truck and trailer. But the thing is, it gives me way more space. It gives me at least 2.5 times the space I've got in my tiny house now. Because the tiny house, like I said, is a camper, and you're losing a lot of space because it's supposed to sit on a pickup truck. But it's going to make a huge difference for how much space, organization, comfort, everything. It will make a huge difference. But like I said, I just want a shorter one. So it'll be easier to get in and out of places on the back roads and stuff like that, and on the logging roads or if out in the wilderness near a lake, river, whatever. It'll and for turning around too. Like that's a big challenge with the tiny house and trailer. You have to have enough space. If you go down a road and there's no turnaround, and it's a half a mile long. I'm not gonna back that sucker up a half a mile long. I'm gonna unhook it, turn my truck around, and leave the house. I'm just joking, obviously, but you know, if you can't go down a road you don't know, in case there's no way to turn around. It's just so having a smaller motorhome, I can get in and out of places that a van could go, no problem, and more convenient and everything. But I have much more room too. I got to have almost twice the room as a man would have in a sense. But yeah, it's just what has to happen. So yeah, that's what's going to go on. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try and take a bunch more video. I do have pictures and videos of the tiny house and that, but I'm going to take more before it's gone, so I got something to fall back, because I want, as I move on in the channel, let's say I sell that and I get in a motorhome, you know, I want new subscribers coming along to realize where I came from, you know, and why it's called Tiny House on Wheels. You know, because it's literally, you know, because a motorhome is a tiny house on wheels, but the tiny house looks like a tiny house on wheels. So, you know, so it'll help them fill them in. So anyway, I'll take a bunch of pictures of it too, and I'll have the memories and stuff. And, you know, the only reason I would miss it so desperately and have an issue with letting it go in that is because it saved our butts when we needed to have our butts saved. And you know, to me it was a blessing from God for when there, and everything was so, I want to say, coincidental about it. Like, it had only been posted 4 hours. It was a super cheap thing. I phoned him right away, and I went down and he allowed me to put a deposit on. And you know, I was I think the fourth person to call about it, and a lot of people wanted to come and look at it and check it out. And so it would have gone. It would have gone really quickly. So I hate to say I got lucky, but I got blessed when I found it and was able to buy it. And so it is very sentimental that way. It saved my ass, saved my dog's ass, I guess, as well. And so it wasn't just something that, you know, another vehicle I was getting. You know, I'll get it for a while and pass on to something else. It was there's a lot of sentimental and emotional value there. So that's the reason it'll be hard to just say, oh, I'm going to sell it and get something else and move on, right? And forget about it. So there. Anyway, I'm going to babble on too much about this, and I actually, when I think about it and talk about it, I actually do get a bit welled up with emotion, because you know, certain things, when you have a specific connection to it that way, it's not just some item that came through your life. You have a real connection to it. It makes a huge difference. And it's you know, you have, I don't know. I'm gonna babble, so you know what I'm talking about. That's the plan. I'm gonna sell it and move on. So you'll be aware of that long before any other subscribers or viewers of that they'll find out down the road after it happens. But I always like to give you guys as much heads up and hints about what's coming up as possible, because, you know, you're my community, loyal community, and you know, I got a lot of people viewing and watching and subscribing and that, but it seems to be I have a certain group on the live shows, you know, a certain constant group of people. Some of them are missing today, like Lori and stuff, but you know, they're busy too. I know she's busy traveling and getting up into Washington from way down in the south or whatever. Anyway, I'm just losing my train of thought. I'm babbling, and I think the pain is starting to really, it's coming up my back, and that's, yeah. It's, and I don't like to show too much of this in my videos or anywhere, like, whatever. You know, I like to discuss it if it helps you guys out and give you information and stuff, but I don't like to whine and complain, you know. That's not what this channel's about. I don't want to sit there, oh, poor me. Like, I know it's happened. I got almost blew myself up and got burned severely. And I wasn't saying poor me. I was just saying, look what happened to me. You know, it wasn't about poor me. This is my life and this is my channel. It's about my life and my dog's life. So, you know, it's something I felt it was necessary to show you. Part of my, so I wasn't whining and complaining. I was just saying, here, look what happened. Anyway, babbling again, but I know we've already beaten the record. We're not way over, but this is definitely the longest video. Yeah, I'm sorry, just checking the comments again. Trying to think of anything else. That's pretty much it. I think I've talked about everything I wanted to today. I actually sang some songs, which was cool. Oh, hang on a second. I thought of this earlier and I never got around to it. Come on, where are we? This is weird. Oh, it's the touring page. Everything's so disorganized. Anyway, I thought of this before I even did the live, what I was hopefully planning on doing. Anyway, this is how much joy and wonderful feeling I have just by being here and getting away from the island, what I wanted to do for such a long time. This is kind of, basically, this one is for the Father and in heaven. What a wonderful world. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. There we go. I'm glad I did that one. That's how I feel. That's how I feel being here. Whew. One second. That made me emotional. It's a wonderful world. Now it is. Now that I'm where I want to be. Anyway, I'm glad I remembered to put that one in there. I hope you enjoyed that. I know, Cheryl, that's one of your favorite songs. That's why I'm having trouble right now, keeping it together. Yes, he did make a beautiful world, wonderful world. And he finally brought me to this wonderful world here. I can hardly believe how much just that feeling affects me. Wow. This is all from joy. Wow. Whew. I haven't felt like that in a long time. Wow. Interesting. Yes, I am very happy, and it's a beautiful, wonderful world. And thank you, Yeshua Mashiach, Jesus, and Father in heaven. Thank you so much. Wow, that was weird. Just hit me. I was doing fine until I quit. Anyway, I'm glad I threw that one in there. I'd planned that already before I got here, and I almost forgot. But the reason I planned that before I got here, because it sort of emphasizes how I feel now that I'm here, right? Ooh. So, yeah, it's a wonderful world, and I feel great. I feel fantastic, and it's just beautiful. Wow, man, that's wow. Last time I did that, it was because I was talking about going through the trauma with my dog almost dying from the vaccine. That came up yesterday, talking to the lady for 3 hours, and that story came up about with baby, and when I first gave her the vaccine and it almost killed her. In 15 hours she was comatose. I thought she was gone. She was 9 weeks old or 10 weeks old. Yeah, and I told her that story, and by the time I finished, I couldn't keep it in. And that's pretty much the only thing that normally gets me like this. It certainly does, Cheryl. It hits you out of the blue. But yeah, that slapped me hard. It just proves to me, actually, how happy I am to be here, and how much of a relief it is, how much a weight off my shoulders. The black cloud is gone. You know what I mean? It just proves to me that's how wonderful I feel. Maybe that, even though I didn't realize the totality of it, it just proves to me that I'm feeling fantastic, the way I should be feeling. Anyway, wow, it won't stop. You turn the taps on and it's hard to get them to stop. Anyway, I'm just, so you all know, I am just so overjoyed, overjoyed. This is wonderful. Anyway, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna shut off the laptop. I might miss your comments. We'll turn it off. I don't need it anymore. We're almost done here. I'm gonna take off, but first I think we'll just take the laptop, walk over to the truck, let you have a good say goodbye to the girls there, and we'll just pack it in for the day. But yeah, I'll get all this stuff together. We'll go, because yeah, normally you get a chance to see the girls and watch me give them hugs and kisses for you. So we're gonna do that. I just gotta turn this off. Wow, my sinuses are running. You can't stop my nose from running, kind of deal. Where are we? We shut down. There, that's okay. It's just gotta shut down. Where's the garbage? I gotta get rid of my, I'll just take it with me. I got that coffee cup. I gotta throw in the garbage, but the garbage, oh, there's one over there. I was gonna say the garbage is way over there, but there's one there. So there we go. Laptop. Books. There we are. Oh my God. Rigor mortis. I gotta stretch the legs out. Oh my God. God. On top of that, my butt cheeks are sitting on cement. Oh, my legs though. Oh my God, there. Oh, that's better. All right. See if I can juggle all this. See if I can juggle all this. I generally don't like wearing my glasses when I'm videotaping or that, but I only have two hands, so I had to put them on my face. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So it's not very far, but it's going to take me forever to walk there because my legs are sore and stiff. I know what rigor mortis is going to be like when I get there. Oops. Oh, come on, get in the garbage. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have to do that later. I can't do it all here. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. Hello, girlies. Hello, girlies. We're done the live now, so I'm back. Oh, I got to put this up here for now. Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to juggle everything here. Whew. Wow. There we go. Good girls, eh? The little angel, the little baby. Yeah. We're done. We're done. No, you stay there. Stay. You're not getting out. I'm coming to see you. But we got to say goodbye to all the subscribers and friends out here. Yeah. Say goodbye to all the friends out here. They love you. And I only got two hands, so I can't give you hugs and kisses for them right now, but I will later. There we go. Whoops. I almost dropped you. There we go. How's it going, guys? That's cute, Cheryl. You wish you could bottle my laugh. That's interesting. Sometimes you don't see things from such different points of view, but that's crazy. Could you imagine bottling someone's laugh like that and you just let it out whenever you need to feel better or whatever makes someone else feel better? That's cool. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Yeah, sometimes you have to, yeah. I'd be the first to admit that. I'm just waiting. Big truck with loud engine just went by. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, it does. It hits you right out of the blue there. Wow, man, it slapped me hard that time. I'm just still, it's just my sinuses, they're running. But Cheryl, and for everybody out there, I'm glad if it helped you out today, you know, to feel better and stuff like that. Here, I'll try and get us all in here. Out of that, yeah. Oh, let's try to do this. Let's try to do this. There they are. There's the girls. There's the girls and me. There we are. Anyway, it's been wonderful. We beat our record. We're 3.5 hours, getting close to 4 hours. I never thought I would do this for more than an hour or two at the most. But, you know, days like today, it was fun. It was a blast. It went by fast. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I hope all you did, but you guys make me feel better. You raise my spirits, make me feel better, just as much as you say I do for you. But oh, that's good. I'm glad it's a good shot of all of us there. Yeah, yeah. I could probably get in closer. Oh no, the door's in my way. There, let's try that one. Let's try that one. Anyway, there we go. A parting shot for everybody. Hugs and kisses to the girl. Blow them a kiss. Send them a hug. And when I put this camera down, I'll give them that hug and kiss for you. Okay? So anyway, I think we're done today. I think, boy, that was a deep one, eh? Anyway, you all take care. Stay safe. And thank you so much for all your wonderful comments, all your love and everything, all your support. It's fantastic. And like I said earlier, you are the reason I keep going and I don't quit. So pat yourselves on the back for that. Say goodbye to the girls. We're done, okay? Ciao for now. See you next time.